I'm pushing the big red button. Lucky, what's the red button status on your end?
I am red as well.
Okay, we're going. Hello.
Here,
Sorry, I always get slightly paranoid when I talk quietly like a normal person right when the recording starts. But no, it's fine. I'm just looking at my second monitor. Hello, welcome to Delta Green, episode 7/13, I think. Unlucky number 13. Total, anyway.
Oh boy.
But lucky number 7th, STARCOURT. It's wild.
Ah, it's a paradox.
I like this game.
How very hyper geometric. Before we get started, I would like to remind everybody this episode is brought to you by our patrons like Adam DeHarp, Aka Comics, Architect Hank Blackazor G, Carlos Dragon Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Just This Vay, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rise of Kenji, Rogue Robin, Trevor, Sean Pyre, Some Guy Named Bob, 723, and Varian the Crow. If you like what we do, listen to or consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to this chunk in audio format for as little as $1 a month and other nonsense. Thank you for your support, everybody.
Thank you.
Woo. Okay. All right. So, we begin in the movie theater as you guys are in the midst of an operation. So, where we last left off, basically, once again, Jack Mormo has completely avoided the unnatural and is off on his own in the lobby, starting a small kerfuffle. What
I
some
don't think
people
it
might
was
refer
small.
to as
It was
a riot.
It was a brawl.
I mean, it's only as large as a midnight showing of the thing in a movie theater, but you are correct. You did get punched in the face, but I think I rolled minimum
and I
damage, so you're
returned
fine.
punching.
Yes. So yeah, there is a scuffle, I believe is the technical term, going on in the lobby.
So it's had a bit of a kerfuffle.
Yeah. Now that's interesting because obviously that is a distraction, but as you guys bundle down the stairs, you hear one of the ushers or people behind the counter saying, "All right, break it up or I will have to call security." And at least Mormo is aware this is not going to break up naturally. So the team who secretly went into the attic, which is marked employees only, you have recovered a couple of things there. Now, I think that's where I want to start because I have a couple of questions related to that. So I believe it was Kara who ultimately yanked off the film reel.
Yes.
It was.
So you had that last, but you also were speaking to Reynard Strand, who you discovered in the film reel. That was weird.
That's very weird.
And, you know, you managed to calm him down, but he's still a little, like, freaked out and edgy, and you got to get him down some steps. So is anybody, like, offering him a shoulder to lean on, taking him by the shoulder kind of a thing, anything like that to, like...
Garza will.
Oh, okay. Actually, that makes sense. Yeah, you're the human guy.
Okay. So Garza will keep Reynard in hand, and then Kara, you'll keep the film reel?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to clarify, just so we don't, you know, everybody's not bobbling. All right, so you guys get to the bottom of the stairs. You hear the sound of a scuffle. Mormo, why don't you roll me unarmed combat? Let's see how you're doing. So all of you, even if you have base alertness, can hear the sounds of a scuffle. And like I said, all right, if you guys don't break it up, I got to call security. So...
Oh, we're starting off very strong.
Okay.
99.
All right. Take a point of damage. You punch an arcade machine. Ow, your bones.
Again. You punch something again.
No. Last time I punched
What about the other hand?
Curse you, technology! You drive your fist right into Miss Pac-Man.
I
I guess as we're leaving, I'm going to need to listen on the radio just to see how many are moving around because of...
Omega, can I try and see them?
See them? Yeah. Let's roll your alertness to see if you see these guys come back down. While he's doing that, backroom team, what's your plan here?
What?
Mormo's not really doing so hot. He's not really getting beat up because these guys are just randos, but he's not great at punching people, as you know.
Right. That's the funny thing. I actually have a fairly high unarmed combat. I just suck at rolling.
You're trained in like self-defense jujitsu or something. You're not trained to like throw punches.
Kara's gonna, Marth, you're with us, right?
Yep, Holland went with you.
He was there, yeah.
Yeah. That's like, I'm just gonna be like, Hal, and I'm gonna give Holland a very direct look. Would you
Yeah.
would you
By the
mind
way, I got
getting
a
him
40.
out of that?
Sure.
Okay.
I did indeed make the alertness check.
All
Isn't
right,
there
so you
security
can see
4?
these guys like out of the corner of your eye pop down the stairs, and then you can see Kara give Holland a pointed look and like jerk her head over at you, and then Holland is going to try and make his way through
So
the crowd.
I
to
heard
you.
them calling for security, right?
You also, yes, you definitely heard that.
And I noticed there's a random dude with them.
Yeah,
right?
no, they've got an extra guy. Also, Kara's holding the fucking 35mm film reel.
Do I recognize him? Or is
Yeah,
that
you
too
saw the
much
tape.
of a-
Yeah, you know it's Raynard Strand.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
that's weird.
in that case, I will look directly at them, or at Holland and Kara, and do a cutting motion on my neck.
Like,
Like,
what's
no,
your
bother.
what's your intent to communicate here? Like,
Like,
don't bother with me, kind of
don't
thing.
get out of here with him.
Mm.
You
So,
can't be here when security gets here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Holland,
Okay.
what do you want to do?
It's up to you, my dude.
Mormo's waving you off.
I'll just leave Mormo to his thing since he seems to have it.
Okay.
I'll get the car ready, you guys.
So, how do you guys want to exfil the situation? Back door into the parking lot?
Yeah,
There's like,
Yeah.
I assume there's at least like
like I
Side
said, I
entrance
want to
to the
keep.
theater?
It's a movie theater. There's exits right out into the parking lot. That's
Yeah.
pretty typical.
I'm pretty sure everyone's looking at the fight, so if we just can slip out of a side door, that'd be lovely.
we'll just
Okay.
being
Well,
conspicuous.
also, I will remind everyone, I currently do not look like myself, i.e., I have a green mohawk.
Yeah.
You
And
always
you're
look
wearing
different.
mono sunglasses. You
Yeah.
blend right in as some kind
You
of
look
punk
like a
freak.
super hipster.
You wearing those sunglasses at night?
So before you guys head out the side door, Benowitz, you were gonna check you have the Intel the Mall Ninja radio on you, and you're gonna check the frequency.
I think I haven't I've always kept it on me just in case.
Yeah,
'cause we had to.
you did say you were still carrying it, so that's not necessarily something you have to like take off. So okay.
Yeah,
We got two of
because
them.
I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna walk ahead of the group and
Yeah.
get the car ready, but I'm listen in just to see
All
if
right,
like
so
there's any
you
groups
go out
involved.
the side door first. You double check. There's nobody out there. You click on the radio. You hear somebody say like, "Yeah, we got a code. What's the code for Riot again?" Well, you already said Riot. Anyway, we got a riot at the movie theater lobby. We're gonna send a unit up there. All right. Let's go on up there and straighten these people out. Yes, boss. Click. So it sounds like they're sending a squad up.
All right. The only worry was I guess if Warpington went there because that'd actually be a bigger deal, but Mormo can probably just split.
Worthington did not confirm or deny if he
Oh,
was
hey.
going.
Yeah.
No,
If we're
yeah,
using- if we're
we're
using
the...
Fun fact: if we're using cop speak, a 1034 is a riot.
I was looking
Yeah.
at the gospel. What is the riot? Is there a
I
riot? term?
actually
No,
know
I
that
did.
one
I
because
didn't
of
copy down all the
music.
10 codes.
Gotcha.
Just
I
more
only
common ones.
know 187 and 1034.
I just know that the 1001.
I mean,
which is-
187 is...
The common ones are 10-4 is affirmative.
Yeah.
10-13 is somebody asks you for your status. What's your 10-13? And then if you're asking, hey, what's so and so's 10-20? That's the location of the officer or call.
Yeah.
I can probably add some
187,
more of the rest of the
to,
codes.
To fill the audience in, or at least those who are not in the know, 187 is the penal code for murder in California.
Ah.
Thank you, various songs.
I feel like we're gonna have a weird dumb moment of someone saying this. So the 1001, you know?
All right, so, you're going through, you're getting out there. Garza, you lead Strand through the door, and as you kind of go down the steps, he kind of like stumbles and stops up short. He kind of
Can I catch him?
takes a deep breath, kind of like, oh, I don't. Hold on,
Feeling
I feel
okay?
a little woozy. I don't. He kind of holds his hands up, and Garza, as you're watching, you see the color kind of like start to leave him, and at first you think he's going pale, but then you realize no,
Oh,
his,
she's
his
going sepia.
clothes are getting colorless, and everybody hears he kind of lets out this long haunting scream, just his extremities start to peel apart into film stock, and he just collapses into a pile of film on the floor, which promptly bursts into flame. Everybody roll sand.
Yeah.
Well, I
But
assume
except
I'm not
Mormo, 'cause you're not
included
there.
in this.
You might hear in the distance,
Just to say, even though I'm not there, well, that problem solved itself.
Yeah, I guess.
I was hoping
yeah,
to get
you guys
something out
spent a lot
of
of time discussing about that. I thought about changing my notes a little bit, but I was like, no,
Oh, he's stuck
I don't
in
really
the,
have
he's stuck
anything
in the film
extra
better, okay.
planned to do with him.
I mean, we're gonna squeeze him and
okay.
make him more friendlier. So at 38, I'm fine.
All right,
Alright,
that's a 6.
It's like a 0-24.
even if you pass, you still lose 1 because,
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah,
Is it
that's
1 to, like, 1d4?
horrifying.
it's 1/1d6. You just saw a guy
Oh,
fucking
okay.
die horrifically in a pile of film stock.
Yeah.
Like you just saw something actively malicious and supernatural happen to a man.
I think
Kara, how
Benowitz
you doing?
Hang on. Whoa.
What's up?
I rolled a 55 out of 55.
Okay.
All right.
That was close.
You,
That was very
That was
close.
You still take
potentially
1.
very bad.
Yes.
You still take
Now
1
54.
because wow, damn.
Yes.
That was a lot.
Your immediate thought, Kara, because you were the one with a fairly decent natural score here, is that you have a sneaking suspicion as you kind of look at the film reel you're holding. You feel like maybe, well, obviously this film is a doorway to somewhere else, some other place. You get the impression that maybe Renard spent a little too long somewhere else, and when he tried to cross the threshold outside of the mall and come back to our reality,
He's bound.
he is no longer really welcome in this dimension. He spent a little too much time somewhere else.
Became of another world, and then it.
We don't have to
held him because
rationalize
he's
it so much, Axe.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, so there is a pile of burning film stock on the ground that used to be Renard Strand.
Should we collect it or just get rid of it? I don't know.
It's burning. I fucking don't know.
I
Yeah,
stamp it out at the very least, so it doesn't.
Okay.
So it stops
All right.
burning. but-
There's ruined film strips and ash there. It smells very acrid chemical.
Man, if we had like 5 more minutes last session, we could have ended on that.
Yeah, but I didn't want to like hold too much because I didn't know how you guys would react to that one, and it's a pretty big punch up. So what are you guys doing? Now.
Okay, I'm getting the car ready.
All right.
Yeah.
Benowitz makes a bolt for the car.
Well, now I feel a bit stupid, but
I will
Couldn't have
do
known that
over,
was
I
gonna
will
happen.
do over our ear mics. Get out of there, Mormo.
Yeah. Mormo, what are you doing?
if I hear Garza say that,
Yeah.
I will attempt to not sneakily extricate, but like extricate like a normal person.
All right.
like-
I still would like you to roll normal person stuff. Roll me whatever's better for you, athletics or dex times 5.
Let's do Dex times 5.
Okay, I kind of figured that would be better to just kind of like.
I need a new pair of dice.
Alrighty, how we do, Dallas?
That is another 99.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
The
those
same
need to
one.
go
You
in
might want
my
to try.
drawer.
You go for like
Those
I'm
go with
gonna
the timeout
extricate myself
drawer.
like a normal person, and that guy who punched you, who you tried to punch back, he's distracted by like an usher or something. He sees you trying to get out. He just sticks out a boot, catches you right in your old man ankles, and you go to the ground. That old bitch trying to get away.
This is not my day.
Maybe this time security will. I
Kara.
don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't roll for goddamn shit.
Yeah, roll the
Correct.
dice. Yeah.
Kara is gonna collect some samples of former.
I rolled another 99.
Okay,
Keep rolling and see you don't.
Christ.
Just to keep. If it's the same thing, I don't think it's gonna.
There we go. Fuck
Yeah, so Kara, you get a little sample of ash and some film stock
Yeah.
in a little forensic baggie.
Mm-hmm.
You got Garza communicates that to Mormo and then probably hears a oof on the mic radio.
Okay, I think he actually is gonna need stitches.
Don't exfil me. Just leave me to my shame.
Just go to the fetal position.
It's just leave me to my fate. Well, what do you guys want to do? Benowitz is coming around with the car. It's probably not parked too far away.
Does anyone have any does anyone know what the procedure is when someone gets caught starting a small scale riot in a public area?
Night in the
I believe Benowitz, we just talked about this. You have over 50% law, right?
I 53, yeah.
I
probably would just know it.
Standard procedure would probably be for private security, throw them the fuck out. Maybe
detain them.
Call the local cops and
they're not
dump them in a drunk tank.
They're not going
to call the
locals.
No.
No.
They're probably just going to come out or
You have at no point during your several days here, even when you guys were firing weapons and blowing shit up, did you ever see the real police?
No.
The fire department showed up once for the C4 fire, but at no point were the cops been
realistically,
called.
if it's a mall, the most they'll put me in is they'll put me in the mall equivalent of a drunk tank for the night.
Which is probably somewhere in the.
Probably not. They're probably with this many people. They're just probably going to try and push everyone out.
That's true.
So I say we let's wait out front. We'll just wait out. I say we just wait out front for Mormo to get eventually evacuated. Either
just pretend to rubberneck.
Yeah.
Honestly, I was
what's happening? What's happening? Oh, is there a fight? Oh, corner of shame, Dallas.
Yeah, this is just how Mormo is feeling right now.
Actually, I was gonna go just drive it. I'm gonna go park back again. We'll just kind of wait in the parking spot.
Well, I mean, we can wait.
Yeah,
we
just
can
roll back around.
All right, cool.
Yeah, just
whatever.
Don't want to be directly at the entrance because then
all
people
right.
just
So
notice us.
so you guys cycle back around in the car. Mormo, you just shame cube yourself on the floor really briefly.
I contemplate all of my 69 years, just
until you hear that. The whine of little go-kart sirens and motors, and just door slams open. Mall ninjas are there. All right, break it up. The first guy who fights back gets the katana. Yeah.
Fucking shows.
They start, bodily chucking people out the doors. Break it up. The fat guy gives us a lip, and the mall ninja's like, you want to give me some lip, eh? Pepper spray. Oh, my eyes. Go in the bathroom and wash your eyes off. Shoves them in the bathroom. Anybody else? You, old guy on the floor. Yeah, get up. Yeah. Somebody probably yells from the back, he started it. What do you have to say about that?
I technically didn't.
I know. You said something, but you didn't throw the first punch. Somebody still says he started it. What do you do?
I go, I didn't start shit.
Fuck you.
What's your roll charisma times 5?
Oh yeah.
How personable?
Oh, fucking fine. Well, I'm not trying to be personable. I'm trying to be
intimidating.
Yeah, but how convincing are you?
I got a 3 out of number.
Okay. Yeah. You do all right. You play. You were literally knocked down on the floor. Yeah, so you're just like, listen, you are in fact cantankerous and upset, so you're able to communicate that, and he's like, all right, save it for the next guy, and kind of, pulls you outside, throwing people out.
I will be grumbly, but I will definitely be complicit.
Yeah.
Because they're going to think it's weird if I just go, okay, yes, sir, and I leave.
Get out!
I'm leaving.
All right. Roll. Yeah, I think it's to get lost in a crowd. It is stealth. So roll stealth.
No. Oh, I'm definitely stealth. If I hear those spurs,
yes, no, you hear the spur noise. So that's
thank God, 34.
Okay, let's see.
Out of
gonna
54.
roll his alertness.
Let me make sure. Out of 50.
Nope, that's a 91. That is a failure. You get a glimpse out of Worthington, which, by the way, his alertness is 70%. I can tell you.
Jesus.
He's good at this.
I'm decent at stealth,
but he actually fails, so it's not even a margin thing. Out of the corner of your eye, you do in fact see him on the sidewalk. Spurs up there, aviator shades on at midnight. Yes, he wears his sunglasses at night. Toothpick in his mouth, still wearing his double gold deagles and his Barrett on his back, and he's just kind of saying to the boys, "All right, boys. Did we break it up now?" "Yes, boss, broke it up. Got a smart ass, gave him the pepper spray." "Yeah, well, that's good. All right, get everybody out of there, and then we're gonna sweep the building for troublemakers." "All right, boss, you got it. 10-4.
I'm gonna try and ditch my shades in a trash can and head the fuck out of the mall.
Yeah, I know. There's trash cans in there, and yeah, you were removed from the front lobby. You can see these guys parked not too far away.
I don't want none. I don't want nothing to do with custom deagle, man.
Yeah. So Mormo returns to the car. Mormo, you notice that extra guy's not here.
Wait, where'd the guy
We'll talk
go?
about it later. Get in.
Okay, I'll get in.
Yeah.
Okay, he gets it.
Car's just kind of doing some middle distance some staring into the middle distance kind of shit right now.
Okay.
Do you have the film reel in your
Do you
lap?
have like a Tupperware of his like remains or something?
No, it's just
No,
like
it's in evidence bag.
No, I have a sample of the ash and I have a sample of the film reel, and the film is just laying in my lap, and she's just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Mormo, you discover you can once again see Kara is holding a film reel. To remind everybody just how weird this is, it is labeled on one side. It's
1887 or something.
Yeah, let me just. Yeah, it is labeled Tesla Tunguska Films, circa 1896. And then the other, the bottom side of the thing says "Dream Travels of the Shepherd."
Yeah, no. If I see the Tesla Tunguska 1896, I'll just go.
Yeah.
I will just take from context clues. One of the Wooge things.
Yeah. Especially with your level of history knowledge, you would know that this type of 35mm film was not popularized by 1896.
No.
Or did Tesla?
And that's also the wrong area of the world. At best, it would be Paris.
Yeah.
Spoiler: film was born in France.
Also, when was Tunguska like?
The Tunguska event.
Tunguska was way before 1896, I think.
No, I thought that was early 1900s.
Yeah, the Tunguska event didn't happen until 1908.
Yeah.
Right. That's what it was.
So that's also weird. I don't think anybody had any particular.
It was around the era
association
Tesla was
with
alive, though. I think.
Yes, Tesla, I believe, would have been alive.
Well, no. It was caused because Tesla had a shard of Eden, and then it blew up.
Is that some Assassin's Creed shit?
Yes, that's actually what they have in the game.
Wow.
I thought that's what Omega was going for with the Tesla Tunguska thing.
No, I think
that is the reference, but obviously the time doesn't go. And yes, Nikola Tesla was born in 1856, so he would have been in his 40s.
No, I did know that one.
Exactly.
He is the second technically the second oldest servant, or the second youngest rather.
Yeah, because he lived to the ripe old age of 86.
I think Nightingale is the only one that is like sooner in timeline.
What about Lee? He's like
who?
I mean, I'm pretty sure there's a lot like because there's
he was like 1936 or something.
No. He was born in the like 1800s. He lived until the 50s, but that's different.
Anyway, let's not get too deep in this chronology. So you guys have piled in the car and are going home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're good for the night.
Mormo once again has bruised knuckles, and not like a bruised cheek, but like a bright red cheek, like almost like he got slapped with a closed knuckle fist. That guy was really bad.
He's beaten, but avoided the unnatural.
He can last until we get back to the fucking.
Yeah.
Car's having a fucking moment right now.
That's fair.
I think we're all having a moment in different ways.
This is a good question. How much human does Jack Mormo have?
A amount that is non-zero. I know that. I have
Base
No, I have more than base. I have 20.
Okay, you probably get the impression that between the last time you saw them and now, something unpleasant and supernatural happened.
I feel like that isn't human as much as it is 2 and 2 is 4.
That's true. You also have a decent int score, yeah.
There was a guy, now there's not a guy, and everyone is sad.
Fair enough, but it's not Mormo's not so crotchety and socially inept as to not realize. Oh no, these guys are.
No, Mormo is not tactless when it comes to normal shit.
So, is it weird if Benowitz slow drives back? Because I don't feel like it's also.
I mean, we're literally in no rush.
Yeah,
all our plans literally.
If you want to obey the speed limit for once, that's perfectly normal.
I'm probably going a little under it, just to feel like I'm just gonna be careful right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what a voice it's like. So how do you think I should describe this in the report?
I will be like if I hear any jangly noises, you'll see Mormo be slightly jumpy.
Kara's just gonna say in some monotone, verbatim, there's nothing we could do. She's gonna like look down at the film reel. I was thinking of submitting this, but now I'm not so sure.
I mean, it's an anchor, right?
It's an anchor, but like I said, the ritual. I mean, we're not like we either burn it to destroy it, or we can do the ritual and see if that maintains the effect. The only ritual that we've done was on the idol, and while that did crack the idol, we don't know what effects it would have on other such icons.
That's true. This one is a bit different.
Like I said, this one does have. Kara fishes around for a word over here. Intellectual value, but that was predicated on the notion that people coming out from it did not turn into. She takes a deep breath, ash and film reel.
I guess it's up to if we think it's better if the program handles it, or we handle it. This is the point.
We should handle it.
I mean, we need to handle it to finish our job here.
This is a vector of the unnatural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, if we have no desire to try and save the item, it might be better just to grab a drum can and burn it, rather than waste ourselves with the ritual. We're removed from the mall, so any effects there shouldn't be any external effects with the zeitgeist or anything else. And I'm not gonna lie, I just kind of really want to burn this thing.
That's fair. If it's gonna hurt more people, then it's best if we just get rid.
Handler, how is the female hilt gather? Is it like a center bolt that holds the metal on top of it?
Yeah, I think that's how a film reel is assembled. I mean, you can probably unscrew it with like a multi-tool or something, or just unreel it out. Pull on the end and unreel. And they're very flammable.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Period.
I was just thinking oil drum, gasoline, and a match.
Yeah. Any of you who have like a knowledge of like history or chemistry would probably know that old school film stock is, and I think even some not a lot,
like
but some
extra
modern film stock.
It's
made with nitrocellulose. It's made of gun cotton.
Yeah.
I was thinking we remove the metal and submit that at least to show that's a thing.
That's actually genuine. Oh,
yeah, you could remove the nameplate if you wanted to submit that.
Sure, we
don't really know if that
That's
relates, but you're pretty sure the weirdness is in the film stock itself.
Sure, but I think at least to bring that into the thing.
If it's a harmful vector, then I'd rather get rid of it.
Just take a picture. Just take a picture of the film reel, and we'll submit that.
Fair.
There's study, and then there's danger.
Yeah, and this is leaning more on the side of danger.
Do you think it's better if we
you
describe
guys,
what we saw, or no?
I was just bringing it up. Do you want to recap Mormo on what you experienced? Because it was very weird, and you guys did not necessarily enjoy it.
No.
It kind of blurred together for me, honestly, at the end of it.
I'm probably better off not knowing.
Probably.
Okay. All right.
It was another world or something like that. Let's leave it at that.
The phrase in my notes was, the theory is somewhere else with capital letters.
Once we get out of the car, I will actually dump out the sand from my pocket.
All right.
And just mutter under my breath, well, I don't need to ask where that was from anymore.
Roy, that green door...
This probably should be where Garza pulls out his forensics baggie full of little red sand.
Little baggie, and I'm gonna keep that for...
No, that's fine. I'm not saying like, oh, we need to get rid of all evidence. I'm just like, my curiosity is sated.
I mean, we
pours out a little baggie of red sand
in a very bad way, but I know where it happened.
Oh, you saw that door too.
Pour out some sand from our homies.
So you've arrived back at the motel. Mormo pours out a little sand in his pocket. It's red. So yeah, just want to get like 5-gallon bucket, metal oil drum or something.
Yeah.
You can probably find those. You were in the middle of Pleasant View. It is not exactly the most stable
Morro,
town.
take some pictures first.
It's also like midnight and shit.
Yeah.
I'll take some pictures of it. I won't actually touch it.
Fair play.
Kara will handle it.
Yeah, like
I also know that for sure Kara is our one character who definitely has a lighter.
Well, also, I don't know if I would have an actual lighter. I have ways to set things on fire, just not a lighter.
I mean, you
I have
have your
flares
baggie
and
full of
stuff.
Molotovs. You
Well,
probably
no, I
have a
was more
lighter.
thinking flares, not like, not like.
You have like
No,
Well,
you
I
need to
wasn't
waste a
gonna use
road
the-
flare to get this.
I
but
wasn't going to use the Molotov.
because you
on
have
it.
Molotov cocktails, you probably have a lighter just so you can
Oh,
set
right,
the
I
wicks
do.
going.
But yeah,
Yeah.
throw it in a metal drum, toss some accelerator on that. Kara's
should
gonna
be-
light up a cigarette, take a big pull on it,
Yeah, just
flick it into the drum.
whoosh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's made of nitrocellulose. It goes up like a candle. Like, hell, especially if you accelerated this. If you put some lighter fluid fire starters or something,
Yeah.
We probably had
like you're
some
starting a camp
from.
grill.
We probably have some. There was probably some in the car.
There's probably some sort of chemical and stuff that will burn. Something.
Mormo will take a wooden cylinder out of his pocket.
Yeah.
It has 3 groups of tally marks, 2, 1, and 1, and he'll make another tally on the right side of it
Okay.
and put it back in his pocket.
Yeah. All of you regain 1 sanity. You have destroyed an anchor.
Oh, sick.
I got back the one from
Yeah.
that what just happened.
The
You
smoke-
can't gain above your maximum, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't gain anything.
He's maxed out because he hasn't been seeing the weird shit.
Yeah, no, I joke.
Oh, you're
If
like
I
in
was
the 80s
playing,
then?
If I was playing a more skeptical character, this would actually be hilarious. Where I'd just be like, "No, what are you talking about? Weirdness doesn't exist. I've seen
feel
no
like
evidence of this weirdness."
I mean, if you were skeptical, I feel
And
like
the
you'd probably
smoke.
be a different situation.
Curls into the night and kind of blends into the skyscape as it is after midnight. It's probably about 1 o'clock in the. Actually, no, you went to a midnight showing in the movie's like 2 hours. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
The witching hour. Quiet, silent fog is slowly rolling in over Pleasant View. You guys are
that
probably
whiskey, Kara.
sleepy.
Kara's just gonna, light up another cigarette and be like, "You all go to bed. I'll keep an eye on this damn thing."
Does Pleasant View have a river?
Not a large one in the geography. In the woods, there's probably some streams and stuff.
Okay, I will head over that direction.
All right.
Mama, where are you going now?
There-
I need to wash this out, and I need to take a break in nature
Fair enough.
around, away from this.
Make sure to
This
check
is
in.
my version of smoking.
Yeah.
I will check in every hour.
Alright,
Don't
thank
worry.
you.
You'll see Mormo's text history in the group chat. I'm not dead. Not dead. Not dead.
Does he just have that in just a copy text that he can always copy and paste?
Yes,
No,
pretty
his phone
much.
knows to autocomplete it by now.
I'm
Yeah,
not
pretty
dead.
I'm not dead. Shows up.
He doesn't have to press like not dead, just automatic autocomplete just already there.
Yeah.
Man,
I'm
being agents are just a life sometimes.
Oh,
All right. So, luckily it's all burner phones, but so Kara will watch the fire for the 5 or 10 minutes. Probably not even. It's fast.
Yeah, but Kara's gonna have another cigarette.
Yeah.
No, and I'm gonna wash my dye off and then just take 10 minutes to myself in nature of just
Guard, get a stiff drink and then go to sleep.
annoyed.
All right.
For reference, I probably could imply it, but the tally marks are basically saved, not saved, not saved. And then Inoue is the middle. Because not saved, but she wanted it, so I don't know how to feel. Still
beyond
unpacking that one. Still unpacking that one, because,
TBD.
she wanted it, but also...
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she did the ritual, but did she plan to, ascend beyond this mortal coil in a burst
That's
of
why
energy?
that one's in the middle. That one's in the middle. It's like, I don't know how to consider that, so it's in the middle.
TBD.
Yeah. So Kara, smokes to herself.
Benowitz
Good.
Before sleeping, it's probably I need to check. Would he have I guess surveillance and cracking programs on his computer, or would that be
On
something more? Like...
your PC, probably not. Most of the stuff is, like I said, most of the high end stuff is like restricted.
would it be on the other one?
On Inoue's laptop, yes. I believe I did actually mention this. It is full of cutting edge, NSA spec, like surveillance and decryption.
If I wanted
software
to copy it to a
analysis
hard
stuff.
drive, would that be hard?
I mean, I don't see why you can't just use Inoue's system.
Oh, because I expect to give it back after the mission.
Why?
To who?
I mean,
She's
it is an
probably
NSA
still
computer,
in there.
but-
It's also NSA and also technically.
Wait, didn't
Keith
Inoue
Sawyer.
steal all of her shit though? Like,
Well,
No. You are pretty sure she is responsible for the misplacement of the MP5,
right. That's what.
but
stole the
her this by all hallmarks, the laptop she has is a laptop available to her through the NSA.
Yeah, I just don't kind of want after the job to bring it with me because I feel like that's a kind of a red flag somewhere.
That's fair.
It definitely is the kind of thing that you probably wouldn't want somebody to find in your possession without a good story.
Yeah, so that's kind of why I just want to take the stuff I want off of it and take it for myself.
I am pretty sure that those sorts of programs are not meant to be copied easily for security reasons. You could probably take a couple hours and, because they're going to be large files, and roll with your computer science.
Yeah,
to
I was
try
trying to
and,
think
like,
probably like in the morning. Then I was just thinking about what it would take.
to try and like successfully figure out
'Cause I
how
might
to
need
beat
to-
the
'cause I
copy
kinda want
protection
those for
and copy it
later.
over.
Omega.
Yeah.
Speaking of surveillance, there's actually something I would have been doing the last couple of nights.
Yeah.
And and you can say I didn't do it because I didn't mention it, but
Well, what you got?
I basically, all the camera gear I got.
Yeah.
In the woods, I just would have had one pointed at the parking lot of the hotel we're staying.
I don't know.
Just to make
Roll,
sure
and
no
that is
one's
still
chasing
retroactive.
us.
Roll luck
Okay.
to see if you thought of it ahead of time.
Nope.
Because we did not mention that. Okay.
I will
Alright.
tonight though.
Yeah, that's fair. Because you go out into the woods and you maybe see one of your camera tripods and are like, oh yeah. But yeah, you can set it up to just
Spoiler,
set it up in a corner
another
somewhere.
critical fail.
Oof. Luckily, that
not a
doesn't matter
99
for
this
luck, 'cause
time,
it's a simple-
77.
Luckily, that doesn't matter for luck because it's simply above or below 50. But yeah, no. Yeah, so Garza sleeps. Benowitz, maybe you do some planning for the morning when you go to sleep. Holland, what are you doing?
He's just staying up, just looking out of the street.
Sure, fair enough. You got. I believe you also picked up a nap before you guys went to the midnight showing anyway. So you decided to stay up from double dark. That's fine. So Kara spends a couple of minutes alone smoking, possibly hand in her jacket, clicking the cylinders.
Yep.
There's still that name etched in there. It hasn't picked any new names up yet. You don't really know what the trigger exactly is when the silver bullet decides that somebody is your target, your prey, but it hasn't picked up on anybody new yet.
That's interesting to me because I would have thought it would have, but
I have ideas and theories, but I have nothing
true.
concrete.
I'm just surprised it didn't put down Charna Wilk.
No.
Haven't had a chance.
First off, I have to be.
Spoilers. Also, Charna Wilk is probably not that lady's real name.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's like one of the things is I believe that the name has to be a threat. Like that's like one of the rules. It has to be a threat, and it has to be, I think, in a certain proximity to me.
I think another thing is it has to
Have the ire.
actively be opposing you.
Yeah.
Because you recall from, I think it was Jenkins, the one you didn't
Yeah.
knock out. His name showed up when you were interrogating him, but after you cold cocked him with the gun and left him, it faded because you weren't close to him and he wasn't going to do anything against you. He was just a rando.
But if there's like any other hidden rules about that,
I'll say that I will mention to the group once everyone is a little bit less morose.
Yeah, possibly in the morning.
I think security is going to be tightened up for the next couple of anchors. What's his name came to investigate personally. Uh,
Uh,
I literally just have him in my brain as Rhinestone Cowboy, and I know that's not the right name.
I think it's close
Ian
fucking
Worthington.
enough though with those
It
fucking
is.
Deagle brand Deagles.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kara's not sleeping, by the way, because she did try and catch a nap in the movie theater, and she doesn't feel like trying to fight with her night terrors. So she's gonna be spending the fucking day working on hypergeometry theory.
Hypergeometric theory.
So Kara spends the next couple of hours before dawn scribbling on whiteboards while Holland sits, in the back room, probably gun in his lap, staring out the window.
Yeah.
Mormo, when you come back, you set up a camera. What do? Do you try and catch some
I'm gonna
Z's,
go out
or...
into the woods and meditate,
Okay.
and possibly sleep, but just like I need to be away from people.
All right.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
so you-
Not you guys, but like humans
Everything.
in general.
Just
I mean,
everything.
Right.
So
You meditate. You return to nature until dawn breaks. You hear the pitter patter of small woodland creatures, and come back for breakfast.
I
In
will
the
probably be
morning-
bringing breakfast.
in the morning, I think over breakfast and I guess some coffee. I think Benowitz is going to suggest the thing of, so how about we kind of slow play it for a few days?
Well, we don't necessarily have to slow play it, but I think we need to start doing a more subtle and indirect mode of investigation.
Yeah.
I just need to be
I'm-
careful.
I'm setting up some surveillance programs, so I think
We got
could...
very lucky with the movie theater.
Well, the next 2 points we want to look into, besides, I guess, Wilk and Worthington, are offices. So I was thinking we could just place some things and just kind of wait until we hear any leverage, or otherwise.
Well, the problem is that we got to either access those things or plant those things so we can listen to things. How many surveillance bugs do you have?
I think I have like one, but I don't think I have one that's actually that good. So I could probably make a few more out of parts. I know how to do it.
I could
Might just need
get
a bit.
I could get. I assume the people you're talking about are hipster douchebag. I literally can't remember his name.
Distributely
Shed
and
hunter.
I knew it was something. I wanted to
yeah.
say it like Brad, but
equivalent, but
uh,
Distributely and Diamondstein.
but yeah, no, I can get pretty easy access to Diamondstein with my cover. But
Yeah, I can trust. Yeah,
I don't
have an
know
idea
how
for
to
the other one.
access Mr. Chad Huntsman or whatever.
Yeah, you guys know he exists, but don't know much about him. You did not.
True.
Well, Kara looked him up a little.
we looked up a bit. Yeah,
I think you mostly like Googled him online.
Yeah.
It would probably be like, I think its background checks are like law or bureaucracy.
Yeah, that's
I
not
can
going to be
do it.
me.
I could do it.
Yeah.
Well, he does have a giant shipping warehouse, and funnily enough,
We do have
They-
blueprints.
the what?
We do have blueprints
You
of the
do,
entire
the
layout.
blueprints of them all.
Well, yeah, no, but not just that. They also have employees and delivery drivers and whatnot.
You have interacted with some distributely deliverers quite a bit, actually.
Might just get one there. I might just get like a set of clothes, and I might be able to just blend in.
Maybe.
Well, you know they're uniformed.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's not exactly subtle, but if you wanted, we could place an order, get the delivery, knock out the drivers, steal their clothes, and you can go investigate that way.
Also, so I want to throw this out there in case it comes up. The way that crafting it yourself works is you need, a little bit of time, and you make an expenditure one level less. So, camcorders or GoPros, small portable cameras are usually standard, and so are voice-activated sound recorders. So, if he's willing to roll, which will not be the best, but
I got 40 in electronics. I could
yeah,
probably do
so Benowitz can attempt to manufacture those for an incidental expense, aka basically free. He just probably needs a good day's worth of work to actually get some wires, some microphones and stuff, and do some soldering.
I can do. I could probably do that while also porting over the program. There'll be a day though, so
Yeah,
Alright.
it will be a little bit of time because you need time
guys
to
wanna
work,
go
but he
survey-
can actually make those up pretty cheaply.
Actually, would I do that? You guys, if you want to survey distributively just to see how like the workers are treated, just so I have a better chance of understanding enough to go in.
I am assuming that they are probably treated like they need to be a well-oiled machine. I'm assuming the pay and benefits are decent, but nothing amazing. And that most of the drivers are pretty stressed, but they take what they can get.
Yeah, probably they'll like they can't really stop for a break.
No, like I said, this warehouse has same day shipping. People are fucking moving and grooving in there.
Locally, anyway.
Yeah.
This is only local. If it was not local, it'd probably be beyond.
It'd be Amazon.
Mm-hmm. But, like I said, that's one thing is we can try and capture a driver, maybe get some uniforms, and you can wander around. Other thing is somehow we sneak in, steal some uniforms, and have you disguise that. We can try bugging employees and whatnot. We can try talking to employees. That'd probably be more Garza, though.
So here's a weird idea. If we don't want to leave a trail, we could try and get a job.
Go straight to undercover.
True,
But they have a
but
job
that
listing.
has a bit. I think that has a bit of a longer timeline than we want to commit to.
That's usually at least a week of.
That's true.
There's
system
also the
operating.
nature of the fact that you guys don't necessarily know how strapped distributely would be for like hiring, but there's usually some level of background process.
And I could probably make
that
something
means
fake,
you would need
but,
to set up a cover, a legend, a whole identity to like
and I'd have to make one.
have a thing.
Probably could, but it would take a bit too. So like I don't know if that's a more layer to it.
Well, and establishing a fake identity is bureaucracy.
So, unfortunately, this kind of surveillance and talking to is not necessarily my wheelhouse. Garza, do you have any particular ideas of how this goes? This seems to be more your department, isn't it?
I mean, what exactly are we trying to get out of distributedly the people there? We just want to get like something to help Benowitz sneak in there, or like I could try.
The end goal is to we just
figure out
try to bug
who's-
his office to like see if we can get any information from him.
Do we even know if he has an office here?
Oh, I bet he has a fucking office
I
here.
bet he does because he's got to stay here. Because considering how all the other people that have been in
Yeah.
charge of a place,
Like I said,
his office
Distributedly
here.
seems to be a local business, despite it being an anchor store in its scales. So I doubt that they have offices elsewhere.
Based on what you remember from your internet research, Kara, yeah, they don't have like offices or anything. They're totally centered here. This is their central warehouse. There's probably like rumors online and talk of them expanding, but they haven't expanded. Does anybody have a bureaucracy they want to try to see if they can do background on?
Sure. I have 40 in it. Oh,
40 as well. So.
What are you guys using bureaucracy for?
to
Background
try and
check?
background Chet Hunter.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no,
Because if you want to see if he has like a place he goes, a house, anything like that.
Oh, actually, that'd probably be best if we can bug his house or his office.
Why do I technically have the highest bureaucracy in the group?
Mine's
I-
64.
Oh,
I failed
Jesus
mine, so you
Christ.
guys want to try? I got 60.
Right.
I failed.
Anyway,
Check it.
I'll be right back.
I failed on my end, so
That is a 67, which is a failure.
All right, check mark that.
Hey, I will try. So, Chet Hunter?
Because they were asking like if he's got an office or a house or something here.
Yeah, assuming by my
No.
failure that he wasn't able to get hold of any.
I
DA.
also failed, barely, but 45 out of 40 against a 43.
Damn. Well, check it.
Yeah.
We'll ask Lucky when he comes back.
Wow, I
I
already
guess-
have 4 check marks.
that's good. Relative. I mean, that's like at least that's the bright side of it. But I guess the other
Oh,
idea
no,
is
I
like,
only have 3 check marks.
I mean, if you
The other
want
side of
that,
it is just-
I could definitely, ask some questions at Distributedly and see who would maybe sell you their spare uniform.
Yeah, that could be an approach.
Yeah, someone could be bribed easily. I guess the question is like they might just reveal that later.
Well, that's why I need to figure out, make sure they don't do that.
Yeah, fair. Another thing is
after all,
like,
if they come and if they reveal that they've been bribed, then what does that say about their?
that's true. That also means they
Also-
might get fired.
We need to be very careful about asking questions because they are on alert about us.
Yeah, if they haven't
Yes,
already
but
been
no.
All
alerted.
businesses are on alert for us.
I mean, they know someone's been blowing up anchors.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
In one case, it's literally, but still, they know. I didn't mean to do that, but they know
Actually-
we've been taking them out.
I never asked this, but who was ever in charge of the Arboretum?
I don't think we ever looked into it.
No, you didn't look into it. There's no like official. It's a park.
It's an
Okay.
arboretum.
Technically,
That-
there would have been a like.
Wouldn't it technically be Charna Wilk?
Yeah, basically, there would have been like a division of the mall that would be like, "Hey, you're groundskeeping."
Yeah.
Okay, I was just curious. Considering...
No, like Arboretum isn't like it is a business, but it's not a business.
Like the authority over the anchor was in that nice tree lady you met, but
Well, wasn't she not the authority over the anchor? Wasn't it someone we didn't meet?
no, she said she was looking after the anchor for somebody who was not
Yeah.
named. So
No, she
was technically told take care of this, but
it was Mrs. Cornflower. I know that.
yes,
Right?
Lady Cornflower, I believe is
Lady
what she said.
Cornflower. Yeah, which has put me on high alert about because I think I know who Lady Cornflower might be.
I mean, yeah,
We've
might,
discussed
it's
it a
probably
couple times,
Wilk, but
Well,
No idea.
Because Wilkes is Polish, right?
yeah.
Yeah, that's the same area where that whole idol came from.
Language clusters.
True, but like the other anchors definitely
Indians.
weren't from the same region.
Well, yeah, but they all also have they had holders like well, we don't actually know who owns the cinema, so
No, you did the research
we
in the
do.
cinema.
who
It
owns
was
it?
a local family, but they are
Yeah.
just business managers.
Yeah.
I think I feel like
I think the film, from what I saw of
what
it, it looks like it was taken from somewhere.
was
Whereas
just given to
obviously with the Swedish the Nazi lady was in charge of the statue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry,
I mean, it was in a secret. It was in a secret room built into her store.
Yeah. I mean, it could not be, but
I will say, mechanically, as far as you guys know, because at least Kara listened to the entirety of Inoue's like audio logs. I think Benowitz also. Did you take some time to do that?
I think I did actually.
Yeah. So the way Inoue described it was that the main thing that's important to the hypergeometry of the mall is that the anchors are physical objects that are here in our dimension because that's how they anchor there. There is not necessarily anything that they need to be like possessed or held, but it's pretty basic OPSEC that you would try and either hide these things from sight or put them under the protection of an agent you control because you guys don't know exactly what happens if you pop all 6 anchors, but the mall will go away.
wait, there's 6?
Question mark?
Yeah, there's 6.
Crap,
Yeah, there's
we
6.
have 3 left.
Yeah.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would think 2 of them are
For
people.
some reason, I thought there were 5.
No.
Yeah, I made the same mistake earlier.
I bamboozled you.
In my defense, the drawing of the ball is a giant pentagram. So I just
No.
assumed.
I said this earlier this week. Out of character, I deliberately made a choice to make it 6, not 5,
So
but make them all
what we're
pentagonal.
thinking, one is distributedly,
Yes.
one is
Something with Worthington.
something with word. God,
You technically have four possible targets. I think you've discussed.
yeah. There's
Yeah,
4 different. Well, there's 5.
Well, So
There's
Shall we
there has
just
been
each
no
one of them?
intelligence on whether
Yeah.
or not S-Mart has anything.
Well, yeah.
in it.
Okay. So
There's no
by
security on that
possible
place.
targets, I was thinking S-Mart, Diamondstein,
Charna.
Cowboy,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Worthington. Wilk.
Distributely, and whatever the fuck is the basement.
Well, the
'Cause
basement's
we still didn't
insecure.
actually
Security.
get there. No, not that basement. The other
the
one.
weird rift thing. But the point is, no security's going to S-Marts. I doubt anything's there.
Well, when we were listening to the two, they spoke about how 4 of the anchor stores were very important locations, and S-Mart was the only one that wasn't included in them.
I'm
Also-
gonna actually look into S-Mart. Who owns S-Mart?
Also, Lucky, we failed at the bureaucracy. You want to give
Yeah,
it a shot?
they all failed
we all
bureaucracy.
failed.
Oh my god.
Their
hang on,
attempts to figure out who the fuck Chet Hunter is and where he works.
hang
In
on.
my defense, I failed the least.
I will
once.
give it a wow. I rolled a
Did you
55
also-
again out of 64.
Okay.
Allegedly, he has an apartment in town, in some of the apartment blocks that are not too far from here. I'm gonna say with a crit though, you like pull up like Google Street View or something of his apartment and double check it, and you realize that like, or you check his other records, he doesn't like own a car. And like you look at his apartment building, and it doesn't look like anybody goes there. So
probably
you
lives
are
in the
reasonably
mall.
certain that he has a house. He does not go there.
Yeah,
He's
he
in his
probably
office,
lives in the
okay.
mall.
But actually,
I've not been
interesting.
taking notes on this fucking document, and I am dumb. Let me see here.
But
All right. Well,
Fish?
in that case, yeah, I can definitely help you, Benowitz, get some sort of cover to get in there and hopefully
because the two ideas
get your
was
bugs to work. So
the two ideas to it was we do what are the classic tricks? We just get an electrician's jumpsuit
Oh yeah.
and
you
we
got it.
just kind of bluff off that we're doing a wiring inspection.
I mean,
But that usually works only
I
half the
don't
time.
think that's gonna work when they're on
Yeah.
high alert.
well, probably right, but from all what we've seen, like the mall does seem to be pretty self-contained. They probably have their own like teams for that on hire.
Have we ever seen any of the repair people though?
Yeah, we have. The mall
think
ninjas
we've-
take care of it.
Well,
Well,
yeah,
they just
you've seen the
take stuff
Mall Ninjas
out.
act. I do believe it's been mentioned because you've asked this before. There are janitors or custodians who do occasionally see them doing normal things like
Yeah.
restock a vending machine or take out the trash cans. But they do not appear to be in the know because they have not tackled any of the proactively either supernatural or violent, I guess we should say, for lack of a better term, things that you have done.
I mean, if you want excuses to get in, inspections are always a big one. Like fire extinguisher inspections. You'd be surprised how many people will just wave those fucking throughs on because it's just a dude who comes in, looks at fire extinguishers, marks their tags, and leaves.
And I
mean-
believe that is usually handled at the county or state level.
Yes.
So that
Oh,
should
yeah.
be external,
if
but
you-
the mall is still part of the county.
Yes.
Yeah, is there
you
a state
really
office? I guess it's got- yeah.
want to play with fire.
Hey, don't you dare. Don't you
Not literally. Don't
Okay.
worry.
Okay.
But you could say there's been a inquiry request in one of our departments.
About fiery safety.
Well,
Mm.
I was more thinking not to volunteer you or anything, but logically yours makes the most sense. Something of nature Garza would handle.
Got a temp on a company
how
drug test
exactly?
or something like that.
Like there's been a report of maybe product malfunction, possible contamination, stuff like that. Either Garza or Kara, honestly.
What skill was it to plant the bug?
I have no idea how I would
Stealth.
investigate
I mean,
anything
if
Stealth
outside
physically
of
place
your-
bugs.
If it's something that isn't drugs, it wouldn't actually be the DEA that deals with that. It'd
That's
be
true.
FDA.
Yeah, no, public health concerns. Actually, like we were looking at this, public health is a very, very broad term, and the CDC does a lot of it.
Yeah,
Like,
then it
but-
would probably be Kara.
But unfortunately, the thing is, we were talking about this. If I wanted to do something, I would actually want to get some FDA credentials, because the FDA showing up is annoying. The CDC showing up is terrifying.
Yeah. Would
yeah,
anyone?
unless you did a specific cover as like, "Hi, I'm from the CDC. We're
Doing a survey.
outreach. We're checking your disaster readiness." But that is when
Or-
you do that, you do very specific things.
Yes.
Or possibly I don't think the CDC investigating a hospital is as much of a cause for concern as like investigating a school.
Well, no, CDC investigating a hospital can just literally be for just outreach, because guess what?
Yeah,
Someone-
checking their disaster readiness and all that stuff.
Checking supplies and making sure that they are up to code on several things. Because believe it or not, code checkers and inspectors, checking everyone has credentials, is one of those jobs that no one fucking likes, and everyone just wants to get over as soon as fucking possible.
Yeah. Ironically, the only thing I could be, because there is something I could be investigating, but it would have to do with the either arboretum or food court, and it would involve too much legalese. Like,
yeah,
and
no,
I don't
like
out of game. I don't actually know Ohio's like import export status.
What would it be a law check to
Because a big thing, a big thing in a lot of states is they actually check you for plants in food regularly, because various invasive plant species and food is very dangerous.
Oh yeah,
Right.
It's a big thing down here and up where you are, Lucky.
yep.
All right. Scott's.
I mean, technically, Ohio, it's on a lake which borders Canada. Like, there's an international border across that lake, so I suspect there would be something.
Yeah, probably.
So would it be a law check to like make something to classify to look into for inspection for a data leak, or that more just internal?
I mean, I guess the question is, what exactly do you mean by data leak? Like, somebody is like, are you saying like there's a hacker in this mall stealing FBI files, or
yeah.
Or is it more like this company's data has been breached and has led to
I mean,
like a
yeah.
complication of like
I
actual
do. I
stuff?
think that would definitely be just handled something internally.
Benowitz is also a very good...
yeah, that would start internally. They would I think the problem is they would know about it. The FBI does investigate computer crimes like that, but usually at the behest of the target.
Yes.
Right, so that's like it wouldn't.
Wait, hold on. I had an idea.
What's up?
You could investigate them all under the pretense... Oh, no, I don't know how they would tie it to distribute. See, I have a good angle of basically talking to anyone except distributively, because we could talk to the security, because Benowitz could say that he is investigating the... What the fuck are those idiots called? The
the
biker
disappearance
gang?
of the extra number.
No, the
Rusty
biker gang.
Badgers?
Yeah, he could say that he's investigating the Rusty Badgers because there have been some, I don't know, make some stuff up, concerns about stuff they're posting online, and he could talk to security as a way to talk to them. I don't know how to get to distributedly.
If you wanted to pick another angle, like I said, the distributed problem is, if you wanted to, you can claim to be a representative from DHSS and try talking to employees about their labor practices and whatnot.
Ah, yes. The Department of Labor. You got this is an important thing to remember.
I do
the
have fake
federal government is a
credentials.
many-headed beast.
Yes,
Yeah.
Actually, I could do that because I already have fake credentials for a different department. So
One
but
thing I would like to mention is that like we shouldn't stay too fixated on distributedly. Like, yes, we need to investigate.
That's true.
There are other parts of the mall that there's two other anchors we need to locate.
I mean,
Well,
I know
that's-
how to get to Diamondstein. I've already got that worked out.
Yeah,
I know-
you got fake press
'Cause
credentials,
I'm-
and you know he
I
does
can-
interviews.
Yeah, he does interviews, and I can investigate him as press.
yeah, but the thing about distributedly is this is still something we're gonna have to tackle, and
That's true.
so
I would say I think it is appropriate right now for you guys to narrow down your distributedly
entry
plan.
mhm.
Yeah, your action plan, because that seems to be where you guys were thinking of heading next anyway. So, like, you did a lot of prep research on that last time, looking at
Yeah.
Chet Hunter, stuff like that.
But no, like, honestly, probably the easiest way to get in is probably, again, it's probably some sort of government, like, basically some sort of government agency doing some sort of surprise inspection, walkthrough, talk to. Honestly, we could probably send both, like, I probably should maybe send, like, one or two. Not more than two, though. someone who can probably move quietly, and someone who can, talk hustle. Because, correct me if I'm wrong, we don't need you to actually plant the bugs. We just need you to build them correct?
Build them and link them to the program, yeah.
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 So, technically, Holland would be the best one to place bugs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's why I think I
stealth
can trust. I can
steal
trust
an
most.
audio
I think I can trust everyone, but I think except Kara and maybe Garza, because I don't think you guys have good stealth scores. So
No, you guys don't have good stuff. No.
Everyone else.
DEA man does not do bugs. DEA man does give me
Violence.
your drugs.
I kick indoors.
Yeah.
CDC woman does bugs, but different kind.
Yes.
Yeah. No. When you're the CDC, there's no calling your business to be stealthy. You wear a bright orange hazmat suit and are like, "Hello, everybody. I'm the
want everyone to
CDC.
know.
I would like you to know I'm here."
Yes. I would like everyone to stand up and wash your hands.
When you ask a CDC agent to plant bugs, you start a pandemic.
Yeah. Kara asks, "Okay, do you want me to use the smallpox we got in the back?"
Why do you have smallpox?
Why not?
Okay.
To study it.
Kara, this is completely unrelated, and I promise I won't do anything bad. How much to buy our anthrax off of you?
All of your savings.
Do you want the smallpox or do you want our test samples of Ebola?
Is that
No,
bloodborne?
Ebola's much.
Yeah, Ebola's a hemorrhagic fever.
Very not effective though. No, that's why it's got to be anthrax. It's the most dangerous substance in the world.
Yeah, I'm not giving that to you.
I also don't think you'd have it. I think you'd lose
It's
your
not
job.
also not a disease. It's a fungus.
Yeah.
Among us.
It still counts as a pathogen by technical
Well, yeah.
definition.
It's also restricted by because once again I said the thing about Ebola is while Ebola sucks, it's relatively hard to get Ebola. It has to infect a direct water source. You just have to inhale anthrax and you're done.
Well, Ebola is also a blood. Yeah, it's a hemorrhagic fever. It's blood.
Also, I think Ebola doesn't kill you in 24 hours, where anthrax will.
Anyway.
Yeah, I don't think it's 24 hour. Anyway, yeah, it's.
All right,
it's
we're quiet. I'm going to inject
bring up
someone with
anthrax.
malaria.
Ugh. Fucking mosquito gun.
That actually
Malaria
sounds
is also
awesome.
pretty bad.
Mosquito gun sounds awesome. I'm sorry.
Instead of horse tranquilizers or cone snail venom, Kara's just got a dart gun filled with her favorite pathogens. We got a little ampule of smallpox. We got a little ampule of Ebola. We got some malaria.
You
We
need
got
to be
the chicken pox
non-infectious.
just for fun.
It needs to be non-infectious diseases, just in case.
My favorite bubonic plague.
That
I
sounds.
do also, by the way, believe a lot of diseases you think are limited are technically frozen somewhere in government labs just in case.
There is no hardened to
Yeah.
suffering. There is no hardened to sadism in this game.
Yeah,
so yeah,
it's
you could be a
pretty-
sadist if you want to be.
It's pretty much
Technically,
just
collateral
for
damage is
further
less
research
fun. Kara's not actually going to go around assassinating people by giving them malaria. No.
Well, also,
I feel like that's
it
against your
was a
code.
joke. You can't assassinate someone with anthrax. That's not how that works. You can
No,
take
it's
out
awful.
You can take out the building. That's about it.
I mean, there's always the envelope scare. Anyway, but no. The point we had was that Benowitz just needs to build the bugs and monitor the bugs probably because he's got computer skills for that.
I just need a day for that.
Holland
so-
is probably your best vector to hide them, so he can do that. But
I
Holland,
could
as we've discussed, is
probably-
not the most sociable, so he probably
I
needs
could
somebody
probably
to cover him.
escort Holland in there and be kind of his the federal cover. keeping
Actually,
the-
you could.
them
You
occupied
could.
while.
This is hard to, I guess, verbalize. But the thing is, Holland goes in there, and then you just go under a fake inspection to keep everyone busy, so that he doesn't notice.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. Again, you have that bad habit. You just try and double down on what people have already said.
Sorry, I thought I took it as like they were gonna have Holland be there. At the
I
open.
did say it in a different way than he did, but yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was saying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
I'll
just-
get as
generally-
many people as possible.
Garza will cover for Holland.
Yeah, I just
But-
described it as bad wingman.
Yeah, but again, you just got to pick what kind of cover you guys want to pick, and just
what's your angle of attack? Because you guys can acquire, I believe it is unusual to acquire a fake ID, forged passport or ID. Yeah, so
What would it take to make, I guess, the back end of the credentials if they check?
Backport credentials like digitally computer science,
I could probably make that.
but you don't need to do that if you get a forged ID. It's
Fair, yeah.
forged.
So for reasoning for the inspection, it's like possibly tracing back some counterband that potentially went through distributely, or like some story like that.
That could work.
Wait,
You know that they not only do they sell buy and sell wholesale, but they also provide self-storage and self-shipping. They also function basically as like a UPS store.
Does distributedly do the provide the oh god, why can't I think of word ingredients for the food court?
No, that's probably through a normal wholesaler.
Gotcha.
You do know that they handle food deliveries in kind of an Uber Eats way.
I would say that would probably be the easiest way to get an investigation, is just someone had contaminated food.
That's usually a pretty
It's
good
the
one.
most
People get on that.
mundane.
It
Yeah,
depends on
maybe
on how spooky you want to be. You could just be like, you can be anywhere from the normal shit like E. coli to like, hey,
Salmonella.
there was mad cow in the taco meat. Like how explosive do you want to be?
We found some extra dimensional stuff in the tacos.
Yeah, well,
Actually, I
definitely
mean,
go
you
with-
guys straight up have the evidence that some of the meat in the chicken bucket was not all chicken. Some of it's pigeon. Or squaw is the technical term.
Right.
Iron Chef. Now, that's not illegal, but that might be falsely advertised. That is the kind of thing that the Food and Drug Administration does not like when you tell somebody your product is chicken and it contains non-chicken ingredients.
Oh yeah.
So I guess that would be
somebody
more
with
for Chicken Bucket
distributed
itself,
enough,
but you
though?
could question distribute of like, hey, you guys handled this last. Did you put pigeon in the chicken? It's just a thought. You guys have some evidence in those lines.
It's up to you guys, but I should probably start doing my computer rolls.
I mean, having some evidence is not a bad thing if they demand it. So
Go ahead and roll your craft electronics.
That's
Benowitz.
13. I'm out of 40.
Okay. What would you prefer to make first? Audio bugs or visual bugs?
I assume they'd all have to be separate because they have to be small, right?
Yeah, probably.
I think audio first.
Okay. So you craft probably, what's a good round number? Yeah,
Eight?
let's that's
Or
probably
six?
a lot for one roll.
Or 5 or 4.
Yeah, let's go for like 4. You craft 4 basically voice activated recorders. Like they don't actually record, they transmit, so you've got basically some audio bugs. They're small,
probably
they're
need to get-
compact.
The whole bit is I probably need to get batteries that actually last days. For
Yeah,
something like
you
this.
get some decent, watch batteries that are designed to run a long time. Get some microphones. They're a little ugly because they're homemade. They're just bundles of wiring and circuit boards.
Just tape
but
it into a vent or in under a corner of a desk, and you're fine.
just put it somewhere dry and quiet.
Yeah, make sure they externally upload.
Yes, I do believe because Benowitz said he wanted to remotely monitor. They will transmit on a frequency back to his computer.
Yeah, which I'm probably also need to
Probably
Encrypt that.
easiest way is probably he has SIGINT he can cover.
Yeah, I'm
actually,
probably
how
need
much
to-
SIGINT do you have?
I have
Like 50 or 60?
54.
54? Yeah. You can probably do government style encryption, like basically you can run it through. So the best way to do this would probably be to have it run basically off local Wi-Fi encrypted.
Okay.
Just have it piggyback rather than have it send out a discrete radio signal.
I guess the only thing that matters is if the offices have different Wi-Fi signals.
Yeah,
Also,
but if
the
you
Wi-Fi in the
build it
malls
right,
kinda
it'll
sucks.
just piggyback.
Yeah.
Piggyback. It's a little sucky, but that's how electronic media goes anyway. You are not going to overcome the fact that there is weird supernatural interference unless
it's gonna
you guys are like,
sound like a yellow bar Discord call, but I don't care.
I'm just
unless you guys are
worried-
literally gonna just like go in with like fucking telegraph lines and pipe in, but that would be weird.
I'm just worried about the distributedly guy, because
Shit, Hunter,
from what we know, he is a techie, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
a brilliant scientist.
I
Yeah.
also think he's a twat, but
Well, we don't know the guy, but
Twat doesn't mean he's bad at tech.
I mean,
He's the guy.
I believe Kara did do some armchair psychoanalysis.
Yeah.
She may or may not have the opinion that he's a twat.
Here's the thing. He reminds me a lot in the way he is of certain people. and I'm just worried that he might know how to break your encryption.
He has
don't.
to find it first.
He
Well,
also has to
yeah,
find
But
a way
you
to
got, you got
work
4
through the transmitter.
bugs.
That's
You
true.
wanna play
Like
more
you
than
can't
one,
you can't
can.
break something you don't know about.
That's
So cameras next.
Yeah.
Roll craft electronics.
That's a 23.
All right, that's a pretty good roll. So you got another like 4 or 5, basically like little pinhole webcams. You know, it's gonna be like you bought a cheap $20 webcam. In fact, you may have used cheap webcam components as like the base, but
I could probably tape. Could I tape the 2 times the bugs together? They're better. They're separate.
yeah, you could bundle them together with just some duct tape or
Wait.
electrical tape. Actually, probably better.
Wait, do we still have a Noe's laptop?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Run this into a Noe's laptop, not yours.
You know what? Fair. I'm also going to at least take those programs and put them on mine because those
Sorry,
are.
Yeah.
I'm a
What's
little,
your computer science?
little bit of a paranoid
Mine
man.
is 58.
Yeah, you can probably copy the files if you want to take some time. That's fine.
That's what I was going to do earlier today.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's
you can
actually
break
gonna
the
take me
encryption
out.
and do it. But yeah, so you get some little like they aren't going to do well in low light. Like I said, they don't have sound on their own, the little camera bugs, but they will give you a
Actually,
live
I
camera
guess
feed.
I guess the bit then is attach the camera bug to like near the light fixture, and then put the microphone in like I guess an air vent.
Something like that. Yeah. So you got a few of those. That's good. So you've got your bugs in tech. You've got the software to run them. You know, Benowitz does some beta testing, and he does in fact get them remotely on Inoe's laptop if you want to use that OPSEC.
I probably will do that, and then I'll put the programs on my
So
computer
while
tonight.
he's doing that, obviously you can still ask him to like use his credentials and stuff. But the rest of you should hammer on what cover ID you want to use. What's your cover story, and then if you want to get any legend to cover that.
Right.
And it's
what's-
Garza and...
What's the plan?
hold
Yeah,
on.
Garza and Holland.
Yeah, if we're doing cover IDs in general, I need Benowitz to get one as well. Wait, you have a good human, right? Or is it your human
yes.
useless?
I mean, it's
But
an
he's
okay
human.
human. I'm the
I have
one
Well,
who's amazing.
yeah, but I don't want to do double. I don't want to double up with this stuff.
I already have.
When I visit Diamondstein, I need someone with at least a passable human to be with me.
Oh, okay, I could do that.
Uh,
I'm already under the name Darius Coleman.
You can be my Jimmy Olsen.
All right.
Never mind.
So
yeah,
we wanted
I think
to
you
use-
having one valid press pass, you can just say he's your intern or something. That's probably
Yeah.
fine.
I honestly,
He's
I
already
could
got
be,
a.
actually,
Yeah,
no,
he's
I
already
could
got
just
a.
be. Actually, I could just type all down everything you say. I could just be the.
I literally just
photographer.
yeah, you're just my camera guy or my you're literally my Jimmy Olsen. I'm just
Yeah.
that's the reference.
But I do believe, as X said, he has a fake ID prepped for something else that he can just show somebody. So okay.
It's technically a Fed thing, but I could just get that part out.
Well, you got a different name to operate on. It's just
Yeah.
you don't think they'll run your credentials, but that's what human
Yeah.
is for. You can double check if they're going to run his press credentials.
Yeah.
The main thing is the surveillance team. You know, needs a cover. You need to pick like just. Again, I'm not really trying to snow you out on this. It's just I need you to pick a cover story to roll with to get the stuff because you need to
Garza
probably talk to
already,
Delta Green.
When we set out from base, he got a cover ID with the for FBI.
Okay.
So like, if
Alright.
we could do something where I would claim to be FBI, we wouldn't have to get another like identification
All right,
for
fair
myself.
enough. In that case, what's your law, Garza?
30.
Okay. I mean, you could try and rack your brain on obscure federal laws that you could be investigating, or you can ask
Benowitz.
Benowitz
This
to
is a
do it.
stupid question, right?
Yeah, what's up?
Isn't one of the people we have in our building an FDA person?
No.
Okay.
ATF and U.S. Marshals.
Right,
Different
ATF.
angle.
Everybody's
Sorry.
law enforcement here.
I guess so. Yeah.
And yes, I know the A and the T stand for alcohol and tobacco, but the actual ATF does not directly handle those other than like, are you smuggling those things somewhere?
Yeah.
The actual like, do you have your licenses and tariffs are all through
It feels like it was made in the
Justice
Prohibition era or something.
Well, yeah, no, it's just that technically after the great Department of Homeland Security of 2001, they are BAFTA, Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. So they do not handle like, oh, you're selling cigarettes to kids and whatever. That's a non-law enforcement agency in the Justice Department, who I think are related to FDA.
That's a cop level thing, I think.
Um,
That's the thing they say.
Well, no, it's federal
No, it's federal.
regulations.
Okay.
It's just a different department.
Yeah, it's a different department that's investigatory in the Justice Department.
Yeah.
The ATF is like they are mostly concerned with illegal guns and explosives, but they work closely with the Justice Department and will forward cases of like illegal alcohol or tobacco like smuggling. They just don't care about your licenses.
Right.
They can't really help you with that one. I did a little bit of this research for reasons. So yeah, somebody would need to roll me law to basically remember think of an obscure federal law of something you guys could be investigating at Distributely that will like stand up.
Aaron, you want to both roll it just to see how it goes?
We can. I'm just thinking if anyone can assist with like a different skill to kind of make it easier.
I have 53, so I have a.
Yeah, you probably
odds
have
are
a
somewhat
better chance, but
I mean, if you, when in doubt, just search your laws. Like, you don't have to pull it out of your brain. If you actually just sit down, I know there's a fuck ton of them. It might take a minute, but if you just sit down and go through the law books and tax codes and all that crazy stuff, you might be able to find something. It's just that is a complete.
You have a day because I have to make. It took me a day to make these anyway.
Yeah, the main thing is that our best law guy is kicked up for like 6 or 7 hours.
So you might actually
picking bugs.
So
but if you want to just quiz him while he's working, he can roll law. Garza only has 30%. I'm gonna say that means he's probably specialized in the area of drug law, so he will not be able to think of obscure federal laws that like the FBI would enforce unless he rolls. Because it's not a super core clue.
Yeah.
You can just roll, and then if it doesn't work out, just start hard searching.
If someone with bureaucracy helped me literally like read through like the federal law book, like would that give me any? Could they
Yeah,
assist?
sure. Somebody could assist you with a bureaucracy.
I'll assist you. Why not?
All right. So roll your bureaucracy.
Wait, Carl, what's your bureaucracy?
64.
Yeah, no, you assist him. You're better than me.
You okay with that, Car?
I'm okay with that.
Alright.
Like I said, I'm trying not to yell at people.
Yeah. It's fine. I'm trying to yell at people because we have good ideas, but once again, I need you guys to commit to a plan. So
yeah,
that's why I say I'm trying not to yell at people. I'm like, they can do it. I rolled a 30.
We have a brain cell.
All right, so you passed.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So that means Garza can roll his law with a +20 because Kara assisted.
So that is 50 then.
Flip the coin.
Yes, Kara will basically pull up a bunch of federal laws and just start calling them out and say, "Will this one work?"
I got an 11.
Oh, sick.
Oh yeah, no. Yes, you find a good law, some kind of something. I don't even know, like shipping wise. They do actually no. The easiest is probably to use is to threaten them with interstate commerce laws.
Yeah,
because they technically ship over state lines. So
no,
you have
any
to,
interstate law is so easy to.
Oh, there was a report there was a report of something illegally shipped over to Canada.
No. Remember, interstate, as in across the state borders, because America.
That's also inter country. That's a bit far, but like
that
just
sounds
like
so weird.
That would be customs enforcement. But no, the FBI does actually help regulate interstate commerce. So you find some commerce related laws that because they technically on paper ship across state lines, you're like, hey, that means we need to inspect you for this, that, and the other thing to see that you're compliant and you're obeying these safety laws. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
All right, so you've got a line that won't be like immediately threatened. The rest will just come up to like.
Well, that's funny, but it also kind of would work, I guess.
The only other thing I think we needed is a potential bogus ID for Holland.
Yeah. Do you wish to acquire credentials for Holland?
Because theoretically, we'd both be claiming to be FBI agents.
Yeah.
All right. That means you got to call the program.
Or wait, didn't Benowitz say he had a fake FBI identity?
Which is the one I'm using.
Well, yeah,
no,
but you're
a fake one, not
site.
a real one.
You want to be Darius Coleman for a bit?
ID ready. You could.
Yeah, I have it.
Because it's not like I don't think the IDs would have our photos on them. So.
It wouldn't. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could probably just grab the papers, give it to you.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Badge numbers are not.
Also, I did want to. The agency we were thinking of and just couldn't remember is the DEA that handles like you're selling cigarettes to kids or shit.
Oh, do they actually handle that? That's
Yeah, they handle like anything drug related.
I thought it was only actually like illicit, but okay.
No, I watch a lot of crime dramas.
All right. If you see somebody selling Juul vapes,
No, unironically, that's actually been one of their biggest things recently.
well, yeah, because the FDA just banned them. So
Well, yeah.
fluffy Bork inspector. I mean, no, Loth. You gotta remember the actual joke is female body inspector. It's
Oh, Jesus Christ.
the old joke.
That's how you get your dick punched off.
Anyway, you guys have the IDs. You're ready to go.
Yep.
So yeah, it's probably about lunchtime by the time Benowitz has been working in your motel room with the soldering iron and the electrical tape and the tiny screwdriver all day. Wow. While Kara and Garza pore over federal law books online.
It's like a day at the office for me.
Wait, this isn't real, right? Hold on.
What? What's up?
Sorry, I looked something up that had nothing. Just because I was curious and I found something. This can't be real.
I bet it is.
Loth,
Okay.
I need you to confirm this for me. Is this your government's seal? Because I looked up Australian federal agencies and I found this.
Oh,
And I'm just like, this isn't real.
that looks Australian.
No, I think that is the Australian coat of arms.
It's
Yeah,
a
that looks
kangaroo
pretty
and like what is that again?
Oh,
It's an
boy.
emu.
That's an emu.
Yeah, those are the
Alright.
those are the country animals.
That's fair. No, that's fair.
They will also kick your shit in.
I mean, ours
Yeah.
is the majestic bald eagle. This is pretty good.
I like
Okay.
mine better. It's just a fucking bear.
Well, yeah, lots of different states have different ones, but America's is the eagle.
Does that
Bald
mean that
eagle.
Australia is technically a protectorate of the emu?
I mean, they're
Nah,
on the coat of arms.
They went to war against them.
I mean
they lost.
that was just a federal extermination plan that failed.
Also, I don't know what emu status is, but I know
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
They were defeated by fences.
I know kangaroos are considered a pest. Like legally, they're considered a pest.
Anyway, we should probably stop.
One of
Let's
those.
move
It's
on.
one of those funny things. Like technically, depending on what region you're in, deer are actually vermin.
Yeah.
Because
Like if you're in like ironically the Great Lakes area.
because funnily enough, in America, because we've displaced a lot of bears and wolves, there's
Yeah.
nobody to really fuck with deer, so they're
No,
a
yeah.
huge pain in the ass for both nature and humans.
Yeah.
Nice
Frick
going, America.
deers.
We suck sometimes.
Well, because
Yeah. Well, it's not
because
just us. Don't worry, it's the
ranchers
entire
just
world.
don't like wolves going after their weak farm animals.
Like if you look at what like England has completely destroyed its natural ecosystem at this point.
Because they're
It
an
just
island.
doesn't exist anymore.
So we're doing the spooking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the stuff. The other thing I wanted to double check, and then Dallas had his own self
Do I
destruction.
need fake credentials, so I'm just gonna go for like if I'm just gonna be standing around for the interview, but I was doing interview.
Well, no, but also, are you gonna do that at the same time?
No, we should not do that at the same time.
Yeah, we should
Because you
do
want to be
separate
monitoring the bugs, right?
Right. Yeah. So I'd let the other one do there first, and we'll do this one second.
So, the other thing I want to ask is, while this is going on, because like I said, it's a decent chunk of your day, probably from about breakfast time into lunchtime. Mormo, were you doing anything in particular? Because I don't think you were. Quite part
I'm
of the setup.
actually going to do some research.
Okay.
Because it did stick in my craw, and I know they said it wasn't important, but when an evil person tells you something's not important, I'm not exactly going to listen to them. I am going to be researching into SMART in any ways I can.
Roll your bureaucracy.
Hey, I finally got a good roll. 33.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, you examine it. You go through. I mean, I don't want to telegraph too much, but I mean, I can tell you in my notes. I'm pretty sure I don't even have a name for the person who owns or operates SMART. Their surname probably starts with an S. Let me double check if I got it. Nope,
So
that's not spelled
no.
correctly in the
It
control.
can't. It can't be some. It can't be. Never mind. Sebastian Stark or something.
Sebastian Shaw. Wait, what? Hold on.
Is that actually a name?
Yes.
Yeah. Because like I said before, S-Mart is kind of like an homage to Kmart or Sears.
Yeah.
Also, Evil Dead.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
too. But like the structure of the store as it appears is
It's
very,
definitely more Kmart than I would say
Yeah.
Sears.
It's So yeah,
Okay. No, that's fair.
there,
I
there
won't
doesn't
make
appear to
you-
be. Yeah, there doesn't appear to be anything with, especially with a crit. You double check all the business licenses. Everything seems pretty typical.
Okay.
I do believe that technically there is actually a franchise in Mexico called S-Mart. I found this when I was doing the background research for this to double check. This is obviously unrelated. This was founded in Ohio to go in the mall.
It's
but-
actually in California as well.
Oh, is it? Okay, so
Yeah,
so
an
it's gotten
Asian-
that far. Yeah.
It's an Asian grocery store. I don't know if it's a chain. I just know there's one in Torrance. So
Yeah,
Uh.
so there's probably some like legal discussion about the name that has come up. But the gentleman who owns S-Mart, Mr. S, whatever that S name is, does not like appear
No
to
red
have any of the
flags?
hallmarks of your unusual
Okay.
activity. He's
I just figure I'd check just
yeah,
in
no,
case.
it's fair.
Because we did find a girl in a fridge there.
I mean, she ran
Swag,
into
Sima
she hit
swag,
it there,
order
but
of the
yeah.
S-Mart, Sima swag. Shop smart, shop S-Mart. But okay, all right. Hopefully we've stopped melting our brain with emus. Let's go do some crime drama. An hour and a half in.
Yay.
Let's do this.
We have a reverse reverse bell curve tonight. We started very high and then we kind of.
I don't know why we slowed down because it's like
back up.
I had a
Well, it's just that we
Well,
we
our
had a plan,
plan,
but figuring out how to execute the plan got into the detail.
the
weeds.
Also,
weeds.
one of our plans burst into flames, quite literally.
Anyway, so
Kinda.
you guys go to Distributely. Now there are multiple points of entry. Do you guys want to go in through the front lobby, or do you want to like try and talk to them at the loading dock outside?
Probably just through the front door.
Okay. So you go into Distributely. I think you guys have poked your head in all the stores before, at least on the anchor stores. So it's about as you remember it. There is a relatively small storefront. There's a counter for pickup and drop off. There are some. There are probably some shelves for you to buy like shipping labels and stuff. Actually, this is a good question. So the rest of the team, are you guys going to be camped all the way back at the motel, or do you guys want to like camp in the SUV in the parking lot?
I could be either because it's in my hard case laptop. So
I
in a
want to
ways.
stay out of the mall for a little bit. So
Okay.
I'm not going in the mall. It's the
Or,
parking
I mean,
lot or
just
it's
in the
hard case.
vicinity.
Okay.
Yeah. So motel.
Yeah.
All right. So
I'm
you
gonna
guys
stay in the motel.
are at the motel monitoring the feeds. Keeping in comms, but not being too aggressive. So
I think one of the two of them can drive back.
Yeah,
I'm
I
pretty
can
sure.
drive. And I'm pretty sure Holland can too.
at least a little bit.
Yeah.
It's
Jeez.
usually not a big deal unless your vehicle is damaged or something weird is going on. But yeah, so the front counter lobby area is pretty small. There's obviously a system where you guys can order like empty boxes to box up your shit. There's scales, all that stuff. There's a counter. And kind of behind them, you can see, the doors to the warehouse. And then let me just double check because it's. Yeah, and then there's a loading dock back there. And then there is an office area. I think technically it is downstairs. They do not use their basement space for storage because they have the warehouse up here. They use it for office space. But yeah, so you get to the front counter. Just there's somebody in uniform is like, how can I help you? And you just like badge.
Badge FBI. I need to be directed to your manager or owner or whoever's available. Got some things to discuss
yes,
with them.
of course. Let's see. You have a pretty decent persuade, right?
Yeah, it's 51.
Yeah, because you've already got the pretext and stuff. You have the investigation. They'll they believe you and are like, okay, well, follow me. Come right this way, sir. So you guys get to go back behind the counter,
Okay.
down the stairs. So, what you see here is you go behind the counter into their office area. You immediately find a cube farm, and you can either do it as we go or at the end. But Holland, you let me know whenever you want to drop a bug, and we can roll stealth. But you open up into a cube farm area. Pretty typical stuff, employees track orders here, print shipping labels, all that other stuff. What are your guys' alertness as you're walking around?
Alertness is 71.
63.
And this is why I didn't come.
Yes. Okay. So, the counter employee is leading you all the way to the back to the manager's office. You see a couple of conference rooms on the flank. As you guys are just walking by, heads on a swivel, you do notice on several, cork boards and several memos and memo pads, there's some very interesting memoranda and stuff here. A lot of people are drawing in ink a lot of mysterious black rectangles on their notepads or sticky notes. Holland, for instance, with his very high alertness, his eyes kind of skim over a company memo lying on somebody's in tray. Or you read somebody's internal email open on their computer as you walk by. You see a lot of people talking about text and stuff. You keep seeing the phrases which jump out at you that they speak of the holy algorithm in the sacred mainframe.
Jeez.
The monomyths lies in the sleeping maze. The goddess of noon has gifted us the holy algorithm.
Huh.
Oh,
The process
it's
is
in their server. Okay.
unknowable and ineffable.
I think I want to place a bug around here.
Okay, roll stealth. Roll stealth to bug the cube farm.
I think I gave you at least 2, so you could probably put 1 in the office.
Well, you got 5 total, so he's probably. I don't see any reason why he shouldn't carry all of them, unless you really want to keep one for later. He can just turn in the ones he doesn't use.
Fair.
My stealth is 1. I rolled a 71 out of 72.
Woo, nice. Yep. Leno
Close.
got it. Yeah, you're able to tuck the camera in behind a. You pause for a second to stretch or look at a a whiteboard on the wall, and you tuck a camera in the corner by a light, slip the microphone in an event or something behind the water cooler, whatever. So Benowitz, back at home base, you've got a feed to this cube farm.
Probably going to start filtering, I guess.
Yeah.
Start
You
making
guys, like I
notes.
said, walk by the thing. Garza, do you want to stop and examine any of this stuff, or are you just going to keep pressing the guy to go to the manager's office?
I'll ask professional questions to kind of stop sometimes and give Holland a little more chance to kind of look around. Oh, is this all your offices and that side sort of thing?
He's like, yeah. We this is the back end. We run all the shipping labels and inventory through here. Of course, our CEO, Mr. Hunter, has done amazing things with algorithmic work. The computer does most of the work.
Understood. I'll have to make sure that I'll definitely now and then whenever he answers a question, I'll make a note in my see to make a note in my notepad and then kind of give a frown.
Yeah, your human is pretty good, right? It's 60 or better. 81. Okay, well, yeah. You immediately pick up. It's weird in here. These guys are almost operating I guess the term you would probably with human would think of is cargo cult. These guys venerate the unknowable, ineffable algorithm for just doing things. They cannot understand the process. They just feed it labels and shipping data, and it spits out product from the warehouse. And it is weird. People do not normally act like this. So yeah, that's fairly unusual. But
I have
you
a
are
feeling
eventually.
I have a feeling that's what their wall looks like.
But you are eventually led back to the office.
Okay.
So there's a knock and it open up. You guys step in. You see fairly big, darkly appointed room, kind of like a not like a black marble, but probably like a black ceramic tile. You know, bookshelves lined with books in programming languages and history of computers. Chet Hunter is at his standing desk. He has 6 monitors. In the back corner, there is a skee-ball machine, and you see, about the pyramid. Imagine if you made a pyramid with energy drinks. There are just pyramids of empty energy drink cans.
Oh God.
He also has the stuff you'd expect. There's a hammock in the back and some beanbag chairs. There's one of them 3D chessboards from Star Trek in the corner. Waste baskets are obviously filled with cans, fast food bags, tissues, lots of shredded printer paper. And he has a whiteboard in the corner that is covered with a lot of code and math and stuff. So he kind of comes around his standing desk and he's like, "Yeah, how can I help you?"
I'm Agent Rio here, and this is, I'll say whatever Holland's name is.
Yeah.
I'll like shake his hand.
Okay.
We're just here
He does
to
not
check
shake.
on
He doesn't
some
offer.
inconsistencies that we had in the interstate shipping that your company has been doing. Wanted to ask
Inconsistencies?
some questions, get a little information from you.
No. I can assure you the system is perfect. Everything is perfect. All right. Right over there, he points at the back of the room. There's a door labeled mainframe, no access permitted. Right down there is our server mainframe that has all of our algorithms, all proprietary, mind you. Everything I've engineered myself when I graduated from MIT. It's perfectly fine. So yeah, he will go into a whole spiel about how efficient and perfect everything is.
Garza's pretty much doing his best impression of Agent Smith from The Matrix. Like, right.
Okay.
I'm going to
Yeah.
need you to go through. I'll list some like shipment numbers and stuff like that. I'm pretty much at this point just trying to distract him so Holland can get a bug in here.
Okay, right. Right, how many bugs do I have left? If I put one in the cute farm.
I believe it was.
You'd have 3 mics and 4 cameras.
Yeah.
Okay. Might want to put one in here specifically.
Yes.
So I'll do that.
All right.
That was the original plan, so yeah.
What's the base for alertness? 30?
Yeah.
20.
Okay.
No, the
Get
base is
20.
Okay, that's a 98.
Trust me, I've failed to 40.
All right. He rolled a 98. He don't see shit.
That's 10. So
All right.
yeah.
Yep. You probably tuck it up in one of the tops of the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Benowitz, you are now receiving feed from the CEO's office. Yeah, so Garza, you start giving him like numbers and stuff for him to read off, and he's like, "Oh no, there's definitely not anything wrong." He will walk over to the monitor. He will just start tapping, typing, pulling it away. He has 2 keyboards, and also all of his monitors are touch powered. And he'll just start pulling up shipments and being like, "Oh, this was everything's perfectly fine. The labels are all correct. Everything was perfectly estimated. We picked the optimal time to ship it, the optimal time for it to arrive. My drivers handled everything, personally, all this stuff. It's a perfect system. I can't wait to
Made sure
expand.
that everything is legal to be cross state lines and everything. No invasive species or anything like that.
Invasive species. it's product shipping. We wholesale stuff. We don't have anything. Well, I guess unless a customer did, but yeah, we screen all our stuff. That's all. The computers should be aware of any materials. We fill out all our check marks and everything. Listen, if something went through in a customer shipment, that's on the customer. That's not on us. We got a policy and everything. They gotta fill out the little form, all the stuff.
And do your computers like take all the data then? Like you don't actually have any of your employees take the information from customers?
Well, we have them hand them the forms to fill out, and they look at them because we digitize everything.
All right.
They're supposed to to prevent read errors to make sure nobody like bubbled in too incorrectly. My algorithm is so elegant that it can compensate to that to someone, but you have to the good data got to go in to get good data out. He is kind of talking to you like you're some kind of Neanderthal. He assumes you don't understand anything about computers. Numbers go in, numbers come out. It's all fine.
Is he right?
Well, Garza knows the basics about computers, but he just doesn't have any computer science, so.
The actual scientific stuff he's talking about probably goes over your head, but you have, used a computer and a Google lately, so
Yeah.
He is definitely talking like a few steps below that.
All right. Well, if we could just get you to at least give us a copy of the shipments between, I'll just make up like a 2-week period, like maybe 3 months ago.
All right.
Just so we can check them against our information that we got from the...
Roll Persuade. What's Persuade's base, by the way?
Persuade base is
Doesn't
20.
matter. I rolled another 98. This guy is awful.
Wow.
He's too busy at being smarmy.
Omega, you're rolling like
I got
me.
27, so...
Okay. He does not protest that you need a warrant for that. He just volunteers. He's like, all right, give me a sec. I'll run the printer right now off my machine. He queues up all the orders.
All the printers are wireless.
Vert. He has a printer on his desk.
Oh, okay.
Just, starts printing.
Might as well hardline.
Vert. Anything else you guys are going to do while he just sits there and kind of, taps his foot
You did
impatiently
plant
while
both
it
types
prints?
of bugs, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe because you bundled them, so...
I think
Yeah.
about the only other place would plant a bug is inside that
Mainframe?
mainframe place, but no, we don't need to do that.
I think we'll get in there separately.
That one is hard to get into, and plus it would be... Someone opening a door is noticeable.
Also, Omega, to clarify, product manifests are not protected by warrants, at least for multi-state corporations.
Yeah, I'm
I
not
made the
entirely
persuasion
sure
check
because you have
anyway,
this
so.
Fifth Amendment protection. You are securing your papers and persons and objects. I guess it questions if he has to submit the information or whatever. But yeah, he does not raise any objection legally because you succeed in the persuade. He's just like, all right, fine.
All right. Thank you for your time. We'll be in touch if we should find any inconsistencies.
Yeah, I want that paperclip back. There's a paperclip holding the papers together.
Give him the paperclip.
No, yeah, like later.
Oh, okay.
He's being an asshole about it.
Unfold the paperclip, stick it in his neck. There you go.
We'll go ahead and leave the office and head back towards the entrance, maybe taking a different route, if there was like a different route to the front than we did before.
Oh, right.
Not really, unless you guys want to actually go out into the warehouse.
Right, that's the thing.
That'd be very roundabout, but you could go that way.
Yeah, okay, we'll head that way.
All right. So you guys do actually, look into the warehouse. It is a warehouse. Stacks and stacks and stacks of shelves going all the way up to the ceiling because this is an anchor store location. The ceilings are quite tall. Everything is just, boxes and boxes of products stacked up. Everything is going in there, run together. It is all labeled and identified. Holland, you kind of get some deja vu vibes from the Under Norden.
Yeah.
Like
Does-
everything here is so organized and dense and packed. You see areas that are marked, customer storage, pre-shipping, post-shipping, wholesale, everything like that. It's all over the place. And it is just wall-to-wall boxes. You think you guys can see like way in the back the bright sunlight of the loading dock, but it is dense in here.
I'll like take some fake notes and then take like a picture with the phone, and then
Okay.
then leave. We'll leave
Okay.
unless Marth, you can think of anything else that we might want to.
Can't think of anything else.
Okay.
All right.
Okay,
Nope,
so you guys scooch on out back through the counter. You probably give a nod to the guy at the counter.
I'll thank him for his time. So
And you're out.
Yep.
Omega, I'd like to do some brief research.
These guys have to drive back, so what's...
We heard what was on what they were saying, right?
Oh, I'm like taking notes. All what's coming on the feed.
So, yeah, you guys can have audio and video feed. Your resolution isn't enough to read the stuff, so until like Holland and Garza report to you like the stuff that's in there, you don't have that. So you would have heard his conversation with Chet Hunter.
Okay.
But
yeah, the audio
by
quality
the way, but on the things after Hunter does that, he just kind of like rolls his eyes. Probably after the door is closed, he flips it off and he just goes back to clack 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 typing away.
So, Mormo, do you think it's probably the mainframe?
I have I don't know, but I need to do some research on goddesses related to Noon.
Wasn't that? Didn't you say that was like the idols we got from like the Arboretum?
Yes, but also there have been a couple of separate goddesses, so I don't think it's the same one.
Okay.
all right. Well, when we do get back, we will. Guards at least will fill in about what they saw.
Yeah.
In the
That's
cube
what
farm area.
I need to acquire actual like high quality micro cameras at some point.
Yeah, just
Not
like yeah. Except about rectangles.
It's really
The almighty algorithm.
It's probably got something in that mainframe room.
I mean, yeah.
Well, no one's supposed to go back there.
I mean, then when I was listening to the feed app when you were guys coming back, they were kind of talking about that algorithm a bit too much. Say that much, as to say the least.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll probably sit on this and just listen in for a bit and see if anything else comes up. But Marmo, when do you think you want to go do your interview?
Yeah, that's what I was supposed to say.
Dallas,
What's up?
you were asked a question.
Yeah, I just wanted to know if I'm kind of just doing the Wikipedia research on my own, but like I'm just mostly looking into goddesses related to Noon and in some way like
You could roll history.
like order. I think that would be the best comparison. Like efficiency. I don't know how to phrase that.
And I mean, I can tell you right now, you've got enough like anthropology and stuff that there's not really a thing for that.
Yeah, like I can only actually
there's
think
no
of
strong mythological. Like technically, the hore, the seasons, though the pronunciation can also be hours. Like we're goddesses of time, and there would be one of them associated with, the hour of noon, but
I mean, like I could literally only find one goddess that is directly related to noon.
Yeah.
And I somehow very much doubt Makragad is going to be involved in this.
Yeah, so there's it. That is, I think, sufficient with your, like I said, with your history and occult and other stuff knowledge to know that like there's not really a good typing of that association, right? Like that seems to be part of their own weird.
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Never mind.
Mystery culture.
No, I think I figured part of it out.
Dallas? No, you didn't.
Sorry.
I literally told you.
No, let me rephrase that.
Disbelieve real life, believe the handler.
I forgot Noon was mall was named Noon.
Oh, okay.
So any goddess associated with the mall, they would possibly call the goddess of Noon.
Sorry. Okay, yeah. If you didn't pick up on that, yes. No, that's...
my brain just went. Yeah. My brain caught up with that. So I went.
That is a logical conclusion based on what you've got. That they might call because the mall is the High Noon Mall, H&M. So yeah. But there is no direct mythological corollary
that's
there,
more what I meant.
Which is weird.
Yeah, that is the closest we've got is the one we already found, which was God, I can never pronounce the Noonday Witch.
You don't have to. Yeah. Which is not quite the same ramification.
She's not kind of she's like mythological, but she's not really a goddess.
Yeah.
More of a
anyway.
But,
Mormo, when do you want to do interview?
People are fucking weird.
I mean,
but
are they weird enough to warrant us getting in there and getting into that server room?
I mean,
possibly.
I think the anchor's there.
I think the anchor is the server.
Well,
we don't know until we see it.
We have the bugs in there for a reason, so we can keep an eye on them.
See if as on the bug screen, another employee just draws a black rectangle on there.
Garza, Holland, do you want to get Kara to like watch the feed, or do you want to do it yourselves? We go. Well, I guess I go with Mormo.
I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay. Just write down anything you hear or see that you think is important.
All right, I will put my disguise on.
All right,
I have 15 disguise. I think I can just something casual.
Well, no, I literally have like an outfit that I'm wearing in my ID.
Yeah,
because I set this one up beforehand.
Oh yeah, no,
that was the.
It was a Hunter S. Thompson homage.
Yeah,
I just need to look different.
You can do that. You just don't dress in a suit.
Yeah,
probably like jeans, short sleeve collared shirt, maybe polo.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna bring a tablet to type it down as a computer because
computer bag. Actually, good question. Do you bring your computer bag?
Oh, mine?
No, I'm talking to Benowitz.
I'm probably just probably gonna wear a coat over my and just probably still have the sidearm if something on the way externally happens because I don't want to be unarmed.
Yeah.
It
is still early spring, and you know that it is unseasonably chill here, so you can probably get away with a normal coat.
I will bring my revolver probably.
Okay.
Probably hidden in my coat.
Sure.
I have a with holster, so we can just.
Well, yeah, but not all holsters are concealment holsters.
That's fair.
No, I'm just wearing a baggy trench coat, so. Or not like a trench, not a full trench. It's weird.
You're wearing a coat. It's fine.
Yeah,
we can say coat. Okay. Those guys are going to go off to do that. Garza, blah, blah, blah. You're going to watch the feeds.
Yeah.
Kara and Holland, are you guys going to do anything in particular in this stage?
Can't really think of anything.
Okay. Stick with.
I think I'm just on standby, so I guess I'm just sharpening my combat knife.
Okay. Lucky, how about you? Lucky, are you muted?
He's not.
I'm a fucking idiot. I forgot my microphone was off.
Gotcha.
I've been trying.
How you doing, buddy? You say anything cool in the last 20 minutes?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't think so. because you
Actually,
probably
missed
would have
the
been
sass.
yelling at us for not paying attention to you. But
Yeah. But
yeah.
did Mormo already leave? Because doesn't he have like a bruise and some bloody knuckles or bruised knuckles?
his face is probably fine after a night, but if you wanted to do something about his hand again, because he does have some bruised and beat up scraped
Is it the
knuckles.
same
you
head or
probably
the other
damage.
Where's the other
It's whatever
hand?
his lead hand is for punching. So
Oh no, it's the same hand then.
I
Yeah.
dropped my
This is
fucking
my
dice.
punching
Where'd it
hand.
go?
yes, hypothetically, he
I,
can use
I
it
will
for
let the doctor tend to me before I leave.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it'd be weird if the presser shows
Well,
up
yeah,
with,
no.
with
Go
I
to
would
the
agree with
bruised
you.
hand.
yeah. All right, fuck it. I'll just use this one. So the silver one will be the 10th place. All right, so that's a 9. I will roll.
Are you missing more than one, Mormo?
No, I'm missing. No, actually, I'm missing 2.
Oh, shit.
okay. So lucky
I
roll a
don't know.
d4.
I
I
will.
don't know why I'm missing 2. But...
You probably
You hit twice.
wait. No, yeah. Didn't you take a damage like in the fight initially?
Yeah,
Possibly.
from a failed thing they punched you.
There
Right.
was one that was -1, but then I think you failed. You failed twice to
There's some
avoid
other
getting
stuff
hit.
in there. I don't remember.
Hey,
if
that's
that's 2, we'll
2.
clear it up. Okay. So you're
Hey,
fine.
I'm fully healed.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right.
My,
Roll him some gauze, get him some painkillers, some aspirin.
Okay, well, there was a couple things I did mention. I can't use psychotherapy to analyze the behavior of this machine cult or anything. That'd be human, right?
We double check. Human was the skill I leaned for, but let me check what the description
I mean-
of psychoanalysis is.
Do you want to
Or
take a while to
psychotherapy.
dig?
I'd
through it?
argue you could in real life, but
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
not gonna-
but
Handbook. Well, it depends on what is meant by the scope of the skills in the game,
that's
yes.
because it is called psychotherapy. So,
That's true.
but let me just go.
Because
to the
otherwise, if not
skills.
that, I'm gonna crack open my Bible to loot, and I'm gonna learn how to summon rats.
Because literally, cult I actually took a class on cult
eat through
deprogramming.
wires.
The diagnosis of treatment of mental illness, use it to identify mental illness, help them recover, and take someone down when the illness takes over. I mean, I can tell you with your, what is it, like 80?
It's like 70.
70? Yeah. With that much level, you're definitely like, yeah, you don't know for sure if it's mental illness, but it's probably getting close. Like, these guys are clearly something.
Heavily dependent on a concept.
Yes, they are like, they're very emotionally invested in whatever this process of the holy algorithm and the sacred mainframe is.
Sorry.
And definitely, I would tell you, Chet Hunter. Now that you can like eyeball him, like you can look at him, and I think most of the conversation he had with Garza was on the bug, because Holland, placed it right away. You definitely are like there's something going on with this guy. Like, he
is he
sleeps in
giving
a
off-
hammock in his office. He has giant pyramids of energy drinks. He has a whiteboard,
Is
of
he
crazy
giving off
stuff that none
David
of you can read
Koresh
'cause it's in a-
vibes?
tiny camera.
No.
He doesn't really seem like a religious cultist himself.
Okay.
Like, he
No,
keeps
he
talking about
want-
the procedure, the program, the system, the
No,
efficiency.
that's what I was gonna say. This is a dude who's literally about max efficiency. Like, if I was to mention efficiency as a buzzword, he'd probably pop a fucking boner.
Yeah, like he is obsessed is the right word with the technology of it all. He thinks he has a brilliant technological thing, and he wants to keep improving it, keep feeding it. Like,
Is he? Does he want to brag about it? Does it look
probably, yeah. You probably got that from his conversation with
I'm
Garza.
reaching the point where he feels like he's almost like an Ace Attorney character. I feel like if you hurt the mainframe, he's gonna have a game style breakdown.
Well, you don't
Well,
know.
I
You know that
Remember what happened
What's
with
her
the
face?
Nazi lady when
Yeah,
we
she
broke her
apparently
thing?
had a
She
psychological
died.
breakdown.
She had like
Well,
she had
no,
like
no,
ego. She had like ego.
I
bit
did
image.
also take her drugs away.
Well, I mean, okay, withdrawal isn't that fast. They carried her out of the mall in a stretcher.
Well, like I said, it might have been her connection to whatever
Yeah.
connection she may have had to the anchor or not. We're not entirely fucking sure.
Something's wrong.
You also saw her on a stretcher in the company of Charna Wilkes, so you also don't know if something happened there.
Like, remember,
That's also true.
remember, we were on the radio. We heard her like fucking sobbing in the fucking background.
Yeah, she might have had a bit. I think I said this last week, but she might have made a deal with someone, and when the thing gets broken, you can't keep the deal.
Yeah,
True.
so
I was
she
more suggesting she didn't have the drugs to cope with the.
possibly, but she
That's
sounded
possible.
like she had a psychological break.
Yeah.
You should test those drugs to make sure they're normal drugs.
How much pharmacy you got? You got over 20%. You can tell they're
Okay,
Yeah.
normal
they're
drugs.
amphetamines.
Gotcha.
Oh, let me see here.
I'm sorry, we have a weird dimension coffee, so maybe
No, yeah,
dimension
it's,
math.
That reminds me, I need to
she
load up
does.
my
She
mama's
got these
laptop.
from an illegal source, so they do not appear to be from an unnatural source. She's just buying illegal speed.
Car's
So
gonna
she
load
can
up on
continue
Mama's black
to
coffee,
up.
by the way.
Not Panzer chocolate.
So, Car's already worked on her hype geo theorem throughout the night. She's loaded up on Mama's black coffee.
Mormo has come to the conclusion that pigeon is tastier than chicken.
Hey, like I said,
Well said.
I've been watching
It's not
the
sad.
new
It's just
Iron Chef series on Netflix, and somebody cooked some. They called it squaw, I think is the technical term.
people have a real weird hang up about what they can and can't eat.
Well, I
I'm
think the
of the
general
view, as
assumption
long
is
as it
that
doesn't kill you and no one owns it as a pet, I'll eat anything.
I believe doves were hunted to, or certain types of pigeon or dove were hunted to extinction as game birds. Most people probably don't want to eat like city pigeons because
Well, yeah, 'cause
they're
covered
basically
in
sky
dirty
rats.
shit. Yeah.
Uh,
But that's more, like I said, that's more of like, I'm just saying, like, I've never gotten the weird, like, I don't want to say ethical because that's not what it is, but the like.
Dallas, I don't want to cut you off. I really don't want to go a tangent on the
Sorry.
efficacy of food, of what we can and can't eat.
Pigeon.
Yeah.
Okay, ow.
But
Stretch your
You've
leg.
gone through more tangents today.
We've been doing this for 2 hours.
Yes, Kara doesn't necessarily have anything different. Like, I'm kind of interested in going, like, with Inoue's theory on numbers. Like, I do have a little bit of mathematics, but it's only like 5%. But with
I
like,
think you got that 5% from listening to her audio logs.
yeah, no, but Kara definitely has a greater appreciation of numbers and efficiencies and quote unquote systems. I'm kind of curious to see what Chet actually has to hear about because in the background he did say he came up with a super efficient system, and I'm kind of curious about it.
And you did do the research about that. That was supposed to be like his big project at MIT. Was he built like a really efficient algorithm for shipping and logistics?
Yes,
like,
and I'm pretty sure that algorithm is whatever is the heart of whatever all this is going on. Like, I don't know. I think I could probably like, let's see, what's my persuade? It's 60. I can probably bullshit my way even without a press badge. Just give me a fucking voice recorder and a camera.
Yeah.
You
And
could also
what's your like charisma? It's pretty good, right?
16, yes.
Yeah. So I will say, especially because you are a psychologist, and you can talk to some human people. The best way to probably get him talking is Top Shop with computer science. But you have enough charisma. You can, roll your charisma times 5. You could probably get him to start speaking about the system. And as you said with the psychotherapy, he definitely this system, not so much the company you would say, but
Yeah.
this system is what he's obsessed with. Distributely as a company is just allows him to showcase, hey, I built this thing where we scan a ship, we feed it like shipping information and addresses and weights, and it we put it in our warehouse system and it tells us exactly where to shelve it, where to pull it out, where to ship it, all that stuff, when to ship it, etc.
Let's see. Well, like I said, Kara's creepy, but she's pretty kind of creepy. So, hang on, let me. It's like, I don't know if I can go full honey palm, but maybe I can bamboozle this man enough to get him to show me around. I don't know. How long do you guys think you're gonna be gone though? That's just something I do because Kara does want to get in some solid learn how to summon rats time. It's been on my list for a while.
I mean, I need to
2 hours?
probably a couple hours. I need to actually talk to the guy.
Well, in the sake of not us being everywhere at once in case something goes bad, I will wait till you guys get done with your interview. Then I'm gonna go and do mine. In the meantime, though, I will pull up my fucking book and learn how to summon some fucking rats.
All right, study time hours. This will cost you 1d4 sand to learn. I will roll it. I roll a 1.
Sick.
All right. Swarm, it costs activation minutes, costs you 3 willpower, 1 sand.
3 billion rats in.
So the version in the book is specifically for fish, but the alternative here is basically it's a chant. You do this near where you would find rats, basically wherever you would find them in their natural environment. You do the chant for 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And then, well, you do the chant, and then the process lasts for 10 minutes. Sorry, I'm unpacking the grammar here and just cutting out any fish. And basically, any member of, I think it's fair to say, Rodentia, any rodent relative under 10 pounds, which would be most of them. I believe that does exclude capybaras, though.
Damn it!
Oh,
No!
Oh my god, I need to learn this.
have a horde of
I
capybaras.
need to learn this ritual.
I summoned a horde of guinea-pigs.
I don't need a bunch of
What
capybaras.
is
I just need one.
No, I need to swarm people with squirrels. I need this ritual.
Right, characters. Right.
Omega, can you copy
Yeah,
paste?
I'll drop it. But
Please.
basically,
Wait, would that count?
they come to you for
Yes.
10 minutes. They swarm towards you. They don't really, necessarily listen to your commands or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Or do anything special. They just, when you ring the unnatural bell, they appear. So
That's why usually you want the Pied Piper flute, usually.
Well, the flute did it automatically.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm definitely learning this also because I need to
Summon squirrels and run.
I need swarm squirrels.
Yeah. So I will post you the
Would bats count?
I do not believe bats are members of Rodentia.
But no, there are members of Rodentia, but then I don't think they're close enough.
I'll double check the definition because the way this is phrased, and I will share you guys the original version, minus the line of text about if this works for other animals, is unknown because I.
Oh no, wait, sorry, they're phylum chordate. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, you chant it. It takes minutes to activate. For 10 minutes, it causes, in this case, rodents. In any place where rodents appear.
This is like a deep one spell here.
And it causes them to basically be drawn towards you and swarm the operator for 10 minutes. The 0/1 sand still doesn't count because if you summon rodents to a place they would not normally appear, like a fire, something else like that, they still come. They are drawn unnaturally, so you can still. It would still be freaky to see them.
So if you summon one in a server room, would they eat through the wires?
Probably not intrinsically, but.
Fun fact: rats are actually closer to humans than they are to rodents.
Interesting, but they are still part of the rodent family.
Yeah.
So the well-known rodents includes mice, rats, squirrels, prairie dogs, porcupines, beavers. Those are probably too big for you to summon.
Yeah.
Guinea pigs and hamsters.
Beavers are honking.
I'm so mad.
But also, if we ever go to Australia, I could just swarm people with chinchillas. South America.
Unfortunately, the average mass of a capybara is 77 to 150.
Oh, yeah, no, capybaras are fucking huge.
So yeah, they are. Unfortunately,
you have to legally get a pet capybara.
But yeah, no. This is a wide variety of various things you can summon.
What would it take to learn to summon capybara?
Summon bind capybara?
That'd be something else.
I mean, honestly, that ritual wouldn't be too expensive because I think the summoning ritual is based on the POW. So I don't think capybara has a lot of willpower.
No, they're like, I'm pretty sure that the poster boy of chill.
Yes,
like they are.
Yeah.
Chill.
So, but just to let everybody know, just for comparison, the official chart of hypergeometry cost, ritual cost, which I've shared before, summoning the lowest tier is up to 8 POW. That's the minor tier. That's 1 sand lost to activate costs 6 willpower. So hypothetically, summon bind capybara is a minor ritual.
It's expensive, honestly, but I don't know. 8 carbites are worth it.
I mean, it's not. Rituals are not supposed to be efficient. They're supposed to be weird.
Yeah.
So yeah,
they're supposed to be impossible.
No, but squirrels definitely count and are fucking everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you have a way to do like a nature smokescreen.
I mean that's basically you're just squirrel girl now.
Yes.
Yeah, except she does impossible things all the time. But...
Well, that's. I'm not gonna get into
the whole
comics.
thing. Yeah.
But yeah, so there you go. You learned swarm rats. All right. Team interview. You guys are going to check on Diamond Holdings.
Yeah.
You know, that's not what the original context of that GIF is, but I like it.
I'm gonna save that.
Yeah. No.
All right.
If only you could give them an order of being eat the man. But no, that's bad.
No, there are separate rituals to allegedly communicate with animals.
If
It's
it
just
swarms,
what you
though, would it
call
not
them
bother
for.
the operator, I guess?
No, yeah, it just says they swarm around you. They're not really, they don't do anything inherently hostile to you. They just kind of appear and are drawn to you for a while. They might be a little creepy if they decide to, like, climb you, but they don't necessarily fuck with you. Now, if you run into anybody with, like, a phobia, they're gonna freak out. Also, there's no, like, again, there's no, like, orders or control, but that also means, you know, in the case of rodents, if somebody is like, oh my god, you get these rats off, the rats might be like, hey, fuck you.
Fuck off.
So
Same as squirrels are vicious.
Hey man, hey, you know, I'll do that fucking classic torture. I'll just summon some rats. I'll put them in a bucket. I'll put a bucket on the stomach. I'll heat up the bucket. Good times.
Oh god.
Hey, that technique that I have seen both in Game of Thrones and Too Fast, Too Furious.
I was thinking the one where you put the rat in a tube. You put like small amounts of like mayonnaise or mustard over the person's face, and then you just attach the tube to their head.
That's basically the same trick.
Yeah.
That sounds terrifying.
Also, I wanted to learn swarm rats because release breath, I have to slay a fucking small animal.
Yes.
So.
I just want to be a Disney princess and be able to just swarm squirrels around me.
But it's gonna be terrifying. As it'll be like you're gonna be a Disney warlock. Actually.
I will be terrifying in a fucking pet store.
But okay, all right. Diamond Holdings offices, I believe, they are located in section purple. You guys have looked in before, but have not gone in. So
Let's go in.
Yeah. Benowitz and Mormo. There you go. I remember your names. We were distracted by squirrels briefly. You can actually, you know, slide in. They have a little showroom. You know, it's on the inner food court side of the mall, so you can go right in.
I will have sent his office like a note that I'm coming.
Okay. Like a physical note?
No, an email.
Okay.
Like an email
All right.
that I'm coming to interview
You
about.
You shoot their business email. They do have a business email address.
About the recent success of the High Noon Mall in, I think it was the Ohio Gazette was where I was from.
Something like that. It doesn't really matter because it was.
Yeah.
Your credentials are fake. I don't believe the publication was fake per se, but you got somebody on the line. I believe the phrase I used before when talking about their website was it's very you know, my nephew made this. Very nephew web design.
Yeah,
but they have an email link that you can use that goes through.
Yeah,
I guess I
actually had this written down. I wanted to interview him for consideration for excellence in suburban development.
Ooh.
And economic growth. Because you said the mall has been extremely successful, right?
Yes. The mall has reporting very well profits. All right, so
You would say no to a publicity piece.
You probably get back an email that like, yes, Mr. Diamondstein will be in the office today. It is sent from the email of his personal secretary, so you know her name is Kathy Redwood.
Okay.
And so you guys, go in. Mormo probably gets his press badge out just to, know what he's
I
doing.
have the full thing. I have the camera. I have the white fucking hat.
Yeah.
I have it all.
Okay, because you want your badge out so that the realtors don't decide to attack you like sharks.
Yeah.
So they you go through the showroom and stuff. You probably get some eyeballs when you go to the desk. There's
what was the name he has for his press badge or no?
William Edward Shears.
Okay, for Shears, I'll be Frederick. Just call it.
What was that? Axe, you broke up a little.
Oh, I'll be Frederick Collins, just to have a different name.
Okay. Freddy. Hey. and Shears.
And Lucky will play Three Hopes because I am not in this.
I really wanted to play some Three Hopes, but I was busy writing Lost World. I was concocting terrifying situations for all of you to interact with in the future in the desert.
Don't want to be.
I'm really glad I have.
No, don't you worry, Axe. We haven't even gotten to underground. We're just in the desert now.
I also
don't like deserts.
Oh, well, you're fucked, buddy. Anyway, right now you're fucked in a different way. So, first of all, Kathy Redwood greets you. She does offer to shake hands. She's all very, nice. Hello, nice. How to meet you?
Hey, how are you?
Hey. Do you want to ask her any pre-prep questions, or are you gonna have her just show you right into Dunston's office?
I'll just ask her some general so this place has been pretty bustling right now, right about now.
Oh yeah.
How are you working here?
Oh, it's great. I've been with Mr. Diamondstein for 20 years, since I was 16. I started just running coffee and filing papers. Worked my way all the way up to executive assistant.
Damn,
that's pretty nice.
No.
I'll just ask her very general small talk while I'm waiting.
Questions, yeah.
Yeah. Be very personable. Very much not my normal.
Yeah. No,
I'm probably just typing it all down just to.
Yeah, you're just taking a record. Okay.
I'll occasionally point. Just write that down.
Yeah, she talks about everything. She says that both she and Diamondstein have lived in Pleasant View their whole life. He's very enthusiastic of the town as well. She thinks the new mall is great. The best deal they've ever made. They're trying to sell new houses to people all the time, stuff like that. She seems like she has a perfectly normal job. If you're very personable, she will probably volunteer though that she spends a little time gossiping with her poor old retired mother on the phone when there's nothing else to do. Little human interest piece.
No.
And after probably 10 minutes of softball questions or whatever, she's like, "All right, Mr. Diamondstein's ready to see you now. Come on back."
I thank you so much.
All right, so opens up the door. She introduces you. She's like, "Mr. Diamondstein, Mr. Shears from the Ohio Gazette."
Yeah, Ohio Gazette.
The Ohio Gazette is here to see about the interview, and he's like, well, come on in now." He stands up from his chair slowly. You notice that he has a slight limp. There is a walking stick next to his desk. But
he's older, right?
He's younger than you, but he is older. He is in his mid-50s, I believe. Let me double-check from the Dramatis Personae. He is 55.
50.
So yeah. And that means that he, in the year 22X, he was born in 1967.
Oh.
Which means that he was 18 in the year 1985.
That explains some of the decor of the mall.
So, Diamondstein you've seen pictures of him, but he is dressed exactly like you would expect. He is wearing a nice, crisp, white suit, bright red tie. He is wearing a white Stetson, cowboy-style hat.
How tall is it?
It's not super tall. It's normal, but
okay.
it's still a big affectation hat.
Would you say he looks a lot less gaudy than the other cowboy we have running around?
Yes, no, his accessories are definitely, despite the fact that his name is Diamondstein, he is a lot less, he's got a big crystal, not a diamond, obviously, but a big crystal set in his walking stick. He probably has a couple of rings on his fingers, but no, he's
not like rhinestone.
He is not bedazzled. He is
gotcha.
Just, a classic showman. He's got a nice
he's normal
white
rich
suit.
person. Okay.
We got a ranch owner compared to the cowboy.
Yeah. He is, fairly tall. It's very obvious that he walks with a little bit of a limp still. I think, Dallas, you did the way back. You did the newspaper research. You would remember he used to play high school basketball, and he started playing college ball, but received a sports injury very early that apparently still plagues him. So, now around his, and like I said, older, mid-50s, salt and pepper hair. salt and pepper mustache. In his office, the general layout is, pretty typical. He's got, filing cabinets, glass cabinets and stuff. He's got a pretty older-looking computer. Looks like it's from the mid-2000s. He, has a Rolodex on his desk. There is a display cabinet showing a couple of, high school basketball trophies and pictures, He has a lot of folksy Americana type paintings in here of horses and cowboys. He's got a lot of, big binders and files full of folders there. What are your guys' alertness?
Mine is 70.
Okay. For free, without rolling. You in particular notice as he gets up to shake your hands, because once again, he's, very personal, big clasping, strong handshakes. Probably not. What's your strength, Benowitz?
Mine's 13.
Yeah, probably not stronger than you. Definitely got a better, more average grip than the old man here.
Oh, yeah.
Creaky bones. But you notice while he's up and at him, there is an additional photograph on his desk. It is labeled 1985. It shows him in what looks like a mall, getting it's obviously him younger, Looks like he's on a date with a girl and she's giving him a kiss on the cheek. So he's got a little personal note here.
Does that girl look familiar?
Roll your int times 5.
Okay.
Is her name Debbie?
I was thinking more is her name Charna.
I doubt.
Or it's probably
45.
No, you remember, and first of all, I should say, it's not obvious in my notes, but it is technically there. The girl in the picture is black. But you remember some reading about this. You are pretty sure with your int, because you looked at those, that is a picture of Michelle Jones, who is the current mayor of Pleasant View.
Right.
And you may remember from some reading that you definitely would have read that they were high school sweethearts.
Right. Okay. I do remember that.
I vaguely recall
It's
that
been a
he was was he married to the mayor, or was it?
No.
Kind of off again, on again kind of relationship.
Oh,
obviously, with this evidence, still positive relationship.
Yeah.
Considering he hasn't thrown the picture across. Wait, there are no cracks in the frame, right?
No. It's
Okay.
it's nice. It's well kept. It's facing him, obviously not there, but he keeps it, for a personal taste.
Yeah.
So yeah, he just kind of he gets up, shakes your hands. Have a seat. Need anything? Coffee, water, beer.
Water sounds great.
Water
Right.
sounds.
Pushes the button. Kathy, run out of the food court and get us some clean bottles of water. Thank you, dear. Sure thing, Mr. Diamondstein. Click.
I'll definitely start the first, I'd say about first 15, 20 minutes with just kind of generic questions that I probably already know the answer to after doing a lot of research of how the mall got started, what was it before it was rebranded, what was what was the key to success, and then eventually I will about halfway, I'm not halfway. I obviously don't know how long, but 15 minutes in, I want to ask. So I hear you have a partner in business. What's the name of the company?
Meridian.
Meridian. What's working with them been like?
So so first of all, for your initial batch of questions, he gives you all the textbook answers you're expecting. He in fact will wax at length about he was a bit of a mall rat himself in the 80s. He loved to come to the mall when he was growing up in school.
And I'll let him, and I'll be very
brief aside, while this is happening, and I'm actually vaguely typing it down in shorthand and so on and so on, I'm surveying the room of looking where it's okay, it's a vent there, I could put it there, or I'm eyeballing it for when I could actually take a good moment to hide it.
Okay, so you brought a bug with you and you're looking for a good spot.
I brought the set.
Okay, that's fair. Because you had leftovers.
You have a good stealth score, right?
I have 54.
Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Well, if Dunstan's right here, you'll have to roll against whatever his alertness is.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till there's like a flow, so he's like busy talking to him, and so I'm gonna wait for a bit.
So he waxes at length about that, all the business and stuff. What's your human, Jack Mormo?
And
actually,
humans,
I guess
not persuade.
Yeah, no, just getting a read on him type stuff. And same with you, Benowitz.
Mine's
I'll
60.
roll. Why not?
Sure, you can roll it to get a
Mine's
get a line
60.
on
I can roll 2 if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead. You're listening.
I failed, but not by that much. I got a 24.
Okay,
I
well,
got
you
a
can
3.
still check mark it. You're not sure you've got a perfect read on him, but if you compare notes with Benowitz later, probably it'll confirm what you're thinking.
I'm probably making footnotes about.
Yeah.
Spoiler: my humans is 13.
Yeah. So, what did you get, Benowitz?
I probably didn't say it loud enough, but I got a 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
My single just only rolling 3s for some reason.
Yeah. So, human-wise, the general vibe you get from him is he's got a lot of the big fish in a small pond type syndrome. Like, you think he seems like he talks, about his, business sense, work in the real estate. He gives you the Kane family history, for instance, which, again, Mormo at least already knew, and I think he told all of you guys, his family moved into the areas like around the 1900s into real estate, and then, kind of switched businesses up post-depression. They got out of like raw resources into real estate, and then in the post-war boom, they really, made a shitload of money. And that carried them until the 90s and the 2000s when things were bad.
The chain recession.
Yeah. So, like, he will, go on that at length. But Benowitz, you're pretty sure he's got, some actual decent business acumen. You think that he's got, everything, in order, but he really likes it. It's it's his hometown. He likes it here. He wants his hometown to thrive. He's having a hard time letting go. He, eventually when you turn the conversation to Meridian, he talks about how, he always really liked them all. His family, leased them the land, probably way back in like the 70s, probably when it first went up, kind of a thing. Very disappointed when it had to close down because there weren't enough tenants. And then, Meridian comes in and they have a great plan to revitalize America. They're gonna completely refund the refurbishment, offer, deals on new tenants. It was a great plan, a perfectly good business, great capital, very, very solid investors in their board of directors. Everything seemed perfectly okay. So I signed on that dotted line, and then look at us. We even got a little office arrangement out of it. He just.
It looks to have been going great for you.
Oh yeah.
I did want to ask, just because she's been a hard woman to get a hold of, what is your opinion on Miss Wilkes? She seems like a genius businesswoman, but not very public.
He kind of pauses, purses his lips a little. Yeah, Miss Wilk is one of those, what would you call it, behind the scenes type. Me, I like to be seen and heard. He kind of straightens his tie a little bit. Oh, actually, I forgot, because Dallas asked a question. I should clarify. With humans, I will say, with your success in studying him, it's not necessarily weird, but you may think to yourself that, Mr. Diamondstein does not necessarily seem to be 100% perfect mental health. Maybe he kind of fidgets his hands a little. He, checks something on his Rolodex every once in a while. Without psychotherapy, you can't tell exactly what's going on with him. You need somebody to do some analysis. But if you take good enough case notes and report this conversation to Kara, actually, this is a good question. Are you taping this as well?
I probably should put a camera just in
I would have
crease of my coat. Actually,
I would have asked him if it was okay to record.
Yes, he is okay if you drop a voice recorder.
I definitely would not be doing it stealthily. I would be doing it in the recorder way of like.
If you, like I said, if you play back this interview to Kara, she can probably do psychotherapy and like figure out what particular thing wiggles his brain. But you asked about Charna Wilk. He talks about her. Yeah, she's kind of a behind the scenes type woman. She's very supportive and all that. Obviously, we cut a great deal. We get residuals from the lease payments. Obviously, though, it's a business booming out there. We don't we don't quite do that good, but we're placed in the mall. People come by when they need homes or business storefronts, etc. She's obviously very, very generous. I understand she donates to a lot of charities for immigrants, and back in the old country. Yeah, she's a quiet woman. Technically, she has an office here. Actually, Meridian has main offices right in the heart of the mall, on the food court. If you've ever been out that way, next to the security offices, But she has many business holdings, so she is not always present personally. But we don't really need to consult about every little thing. I'm running my own business. She run hers.
No, I understand. And then I'll kind of finish up with just questions about the general pleasant, how do you hope to reinvest in the town, basic kind of stuff, and try and give Benowitz an opportunity to plant the bug.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Because.
Yeah, sorry, I'm just double checking.
I think that's all I want to ask. I'll just be kind of surreptitiously also glancing around the room to see if there's any does anything set off my Wooge detector?
Not directly. I do want to say, roll int times 5. Just Mormo for now, because you're thinking about this kind of thing. The dice are bad.
Dice.
Did you roll a 99 again?
Nope, I rolled an 88.
All right.
That was a stat check. I don't know.
Yeah, you're very focused on the Wooge. You are looking around. Nothing in here appears Wooge. You pay close attention to his trophy case if there's anything there. Nothing like that. And if there were any other details, maybe in how he speaks to you, you don't catch them directly. Benowitz, do you want to pop the bug while he's trying to get him to talk about future plans?
Yeah, just normal roll.
Yeah, roll stealth.
Okay.
He'll roll his alertness to see if he catches it.
That's a 50 out of 54.
He rolls a 52, which is a failure. So yeah, where do you want to put the bug?
Let's see. Is there I imagine it's we're sitting in chairs in front of the desk. Yeah. Is there a vent near our legs?
Would there be a floor vent? I don't think there'd be a floor vent.
Not in the middle of the room. I'll tell you that right now.
But while he's up there, maybe like I said, Mormo says he's going to try and create an opportunity. Maybe he gets you to stand up and talk over at his his award cabinet. You can probably slip it in a wall vent.
I mean, if you're taking pictures, you could be probably going around getting some good angles for the interview.
I could probably take the camera and move around different
Yeah, Mormo brought a digital camera, so you could also move around there and take.
If I do that, I can probably try to put the camera in the light fixture.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. No.
Well. I mean, rolls are rolls. You can do what you want to do, but a light fixture is you got to reach up.
Well, it depends on what kind of light fixture it is.
I mean, honestly, this office, he's probably got fluorescent light panels. That's probably not going to work.
Yeah,
fair. Then I guess just
you might have you could probably try and tuck it up under the drop ceiling. That would probably be a
actually
little
no.
Obvious,
can I put the corner on the top of the display of his display case?
Yeah. He's got display cases and filing
I'll just put it on the top. I'll just put in the crease in the top
tuck it in a little crease. Yeah. So you do that while you're taking a picture of the trophy case.
Yeah.
So Mormo, you asking this question, and he's like, yeah, obviously, grew up in town, went to school in town. Obviously, had to go out of town for college, though we have a lovely community college. I like to sponsor. I've been talking with them about a Diamondstein business scholarship. That kind of thing. We want to give back to the community. Obviously, I do my best to refurbish all the houses that we buy and sell and whatever. I myself live in town. He doesn't mention his exact address, but he gives you the ballpark of the neighborhood. Work on all that stuff. I make sure my employees obviously have lovely homes and everything we can around here. Everybody working on the business. Run a nice, clean talk with our leaders, city council, the mayor, police chief, all that fun stuff. We just want to improve the quality of life in our own Pleasant View. Keep that view pleasant is what I always say.
I can definitely tell you really love this town.
Yep. I don't know what I'd do without her. He kind of tapped his knee sadly. Unfortunately, my championship days missed me there. Blew out my knee. But there's always the family business and there's always the town.
No, it definitely seems like you've been doing a lot for this town. I'm sure they're all happy to have you.
Yeah, most people know me and give me a nod. You know, it's the beauty of being the upfront man, unlike Miss Wilk being the behind the scenes woman. You know, she managing her own business. You know, again, tugs on his suit jacket lapels. You know, I actually, you know, I'm not adventurous. I have a younger sister actually. She moved out to Japan of all places. You know, lives out there now. We talk, of course, but you know, I just couldn't do that. You know, pats over his heart. You know, when I die, they're gonna bury me here in Pleasant View. The old family plot. Getting a little too southern.
I think I got. I think I have a picture of this guy, and I feel bad for him.
You guys don't need anything to know. He is 100% honest. He does, in fact, really like this town.
This guy reeks of
figurehead.
What's the expression? Road to hell paved with good intentions.
Yes, he loves this town to death, and he has a shitload of nostalgia about the mall because that was like the best time in his life.
This is the mark.
This is the true victim.
I can tell you that the name of this segment in my notes is the nostalgia critique.
Yeah, no, I feel bad for this
doing
guy.
Interview was perfect for this. Actually, it was great.
Sucked into this, so you've covered all the basic interview questions. You've got the body of the text. You've recorded it, taken pictures.
I'm willing to bet. I could be wrong. I don't think there's an anchor here. I don't know.
Not in this room. Actually, Benowitz, while you're listening, roll me int times 5. Let's see if you catch this.
Let's see. I have a decent chance.
No, but he's being watched.
That's a 52.
Out of?
8.
What? 8? What?
80.
What's your int?
Okay, 80. 16. Okay, yeah. Sorry, we didn't.
I stopped speaking loud enough. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you passed quite well. I will say, Benowitz, you're actually, because you're taking notes, you're paying a little closer attention to the conversation, like we said. Mormo rolled his crit failure while he was looking around for an anchor and is very sure there isn't one. You are noticing in your notes, and you passed your human earlier, almost as part of maybe like a little bit of a nervous tick. Dunstan Diamondstein does often talk about, he signed on the dotted line with Meridian. He, took the contract with Meridian. He made the deal. He did not do the no deal. So he uses a lot of specific language about that repeatedly. Is what
it's the paper or it's him? Okay.
No, it's.
There's a bit of compulsion.
There's a good gift for this situation.
And if such a physical thing he signed on exists, which it probably does, because that is how you do business deals, it doesn't appear to be in this office, because none of you feel the weirdness you guys have felt in close proximity to an anchor here.
No, there's a contract in it. Might be at the Meridian offices, because even though Charna Wilk isn't there...
That's downstairs. That's why there's extra security, isn't it?
That's probably where it is.
There is the Meridian offices. There is also... he has a house in town that he is not currently in.
That's also true.
No, I'm pretty sure that business is going to be kept by Meridian.
Yeah, because even though Charna Wilk, we know, is in and out of the office, that seems like something she would keep in her office.
I doubt you could ask him what the deal was like, but
I mean, if you asked him as part of the interview, he would describe it in business terms. It was a lease agreement because he owned the land. They were gonna lease the land from him and rebuild the mall, and he
that's probably
residuals from the mall rent.
You probably wouldn't notice that there was weird occult fine print or something.
No, like I said, the persistence is he, like you said, he uses the phrase, signed on the dotted line, took the contract, made the deal, shook the handshake.
Means there's probably something in, I guess, the security offices, the Meridian offices, and then the mainframe. Okay.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think. No, I actually don't think there's anything in the security offices. I'm gonna be real.
Maybe it's something in Worthington.
I think it's the things. I think it's the Meridian offices, the whatever the fuck that basement is, and the mainframe.
Most likely.
And if you're wondering in that logic, he did specify when he talked about where Meridian's offices are. The security offices are literally right next door. So
yeah, I think Worthington's in charge of guarding that. But
probably that seems like a decent conclusion so far.
I don't
anything
think
else you want
there's
to
a
talk about
separate-
Diamondstein with?
Well, yeah, I'll just finish up the interview, like, just give him basic general questions. And then I gotta actually go write this article.
Right.
Because, yes, I actually am going to write an article on this to cover.
To send back to them as like, there you go.
Well, no, to send to the Ohio Gazette as a freelancer.
Yeah. Let's get paid.
So I will point out, by the way, for probably since he mentioned making the roll, Garza and Holland back at base. Kara's busy learning about rats. You do get a third bug feed. You have audio and video of Diamondstein's office.
Hmm.
So if you guys have any questions about things he may be saying, that you can pop in. But obviously you don't have the full context of the questions. But you got a new feed.
Let's see.
Feed.
By the way, while they've been conducting this interview, the cube farm looks like a cube farm. It's the middle of the day, so they're still doing business. Hunter has not done anything particularly interesting. He types on his computer for minutes at a time, and then goes and scribbles on his whiteboard.
I guess if you look at an angle to look at the computer screen.
Honestly, with the bugs you made, they're okay, but like you're probably not getting quality, especially through interference. You can actually read his screen. Computer screens don't show up well on camera.
No, they do not.
Fair.
What you would want to do is you probably want to hack into his computers, but that would require physical access because there's no way this motherfucker doesn't.
I know
have
we're
this
doing
area.
without resistance, so.
With my human of 81, do I you mentioned that the picture that he has there, does he avoid looking at it or just like act normally around it? I'm just seeing.
No, he acts normally around the picture
Okay.
from the 80s.
I just wanted to make sure
he
that-
probably gives it a couple of nostalgic nods when he's talking about past stuff.
All right.
No, yeah.
That's one question I can think of.
No, because I think he genuinely thinks he's doing good.
Oh no, I definitely think so as well.
Probably.
Which
still want to
is that's the worst part.
I mean, he's an older guy.
I literally
Not
have
older,
that.
more older.
I don't know if you've ever listened to that. If you ever listen to Eminem, there's a song. I think it's called like Toy Soldiers. It's just there's a line. He's like, "That wasn't my intention. My intentions were good." He just screams it at the. That's what I'm thinking for this guy. Is he's like, every intention was good. It's just, it's very easy to get preyed on when you're desperate.
Yep.
So.
All right. So if you have no further things, we can roll on back.
No, I don't think I do.
I want to
I
get the
think
footage to
office is
Cara to
clean.
give a once over.
Because there's no second room or back room or anything, right?
No, he's got a showroom, and there's probably some little cubicles or side offices for his realtors to do their business in, and then there's his office. It's a realty office.
Yeah,
So you
there's
guys can
definitely
turn-
nothing in the office.
No, it's probably they probably have room for files. That's kind of it.
Yeah. So, Kara, obviously you have pre-prepped, but before you go out on your next interview, do you want to listen back to what they did with Diamondstein?
Oh, definitely.
Okay. I mean, do you want to roll your psychotherapy, or do you think we can let it ride with the 80?
I mean, it's 80. I don't think unless I get a crit, I'm gonna get anything spectacular. Am I right?
Unless you want to fail to possibly get more of it.
No.
No, it's
I'll let it ride with
it's
80.
fine. You can go there. Yes. I think the main things you can pick up is you're not talking to him directly, you're not asking pressing questions, so I won't give you any hard and fast detail about his bonds, his sand, but yes, he does have some disorders. Funnily enough, he clearly has some kind of anxiety disorder or something. You can hear him fidgeting. He kind of refers back to topics or skirts around topics. And you think from what he talks about, these guys, just didn't catch it because they weren't thinking about it. But he does occasionally reference, oh, I'm a betting man. I loved it. I took a gamble and I succeeded. And he does occasionally talk about sports and horse racing. You wonder if he might have a gambling problem as well.
Oh, so he might actually
He
have
definitely
more,
has an anxiety about
he might have more
something.
money problems than he thought he did. Okay.
Well, I mean, you guys are all suck at accounting, so.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get an accounting specialist unless Loth wants to be accountant begun.
Loth combat accountant. Mr. Meagle, you have my stapler.
Jesus Christ. Now I'm just imagining that guy as a Delta Green agent.
I mean, sometimes guys like that make the best spy.
You have
Honestly,
no people.
I mean, that's NSA or
I
is
mean, he
that
burnt
just,
down an entire office building and got
no,
away
that's
with
IRS. He could be an IRS guy, I guess.
Oh yeah, no.
They do have an investigatory division, and they are pretty.
They
thorough.
are the scariest branch of the government.
Yeah, I read the playlist. It's just like, no one expects the IRS.
Pretty good one.
No one wants to see the IRS.
But yeah, so anything on your Diamond conference you guys want to cover?
Nothing comes to mind
I mean,
at the moment.
if we're powwowing again, I will
Yeah.
just explain that I'm 90% sure that the contract is one of the anchors. Like, I'll just put my feelings out on there.
It makes sense considering it's also the office right next to the
And you
Mall
think it
Ninja
might be in the
security
Meridian
office.
I don't think the contract.
It's
would be an
definitely
anchor,
not in
personally.
his office.
Because I'm starting to wonder about these anchors, and I'm starting to wonder if there's a theme to them.
Physically, you have definitely seen that all the anchors have like completely different like aesthetics and structures.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, there is the... It honestly feels like the pattern is that there is no pattern.
No, they're all gates.
Sorry, I'm reading what Mark said. I couldn't
They're
stop
all
laughing.
gates?
Yeah, he's talking about the IRS stuff.
Yeah, no, think. One of the statues was a statue, and the eyes were glowing. You know, eyes are gateway to the soul. One was a film reel. You know, literally,
literally a door to somewhere else.
literally a door.
And
to
then
somewhere.
what was an idol in another world?
Yeah, and technically, like, while the idol wasn't itself, we basically did have to go to another place. We had to take
They're
a
all
gate to somewhere else.
They're all anchors to other places, aren't they?
Yes, they're anchors.
Well,
They have
that's why I think... that's why I think the contract will be...
No, because
because... listen.
Mm.
The contract is what's tying Meridian here. It's what's tying them to this building. It's a representation of the deal to get this land.
Yeah, but that's
a decent enough description because it is, you know, it's a signed contract that, you know, allegedly entitles them to build upon this land, gives them the land rights.
I guess that is true, but I do think there is a theme in. It is like, it's tied in gates, traveling, movement. You know, you have to bring something from somewhere to somewhere else.
I mean, that's fair.
So, while you're having this discussion, who, if anybody, is watching the bug feeds?
I
Holland
probably am at
is.
this point, but yeah.
Okay. Benowitz is back on it, and Holland wants to be.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Kurt.
So in Diamondstein's feed, in the distance, you hear not chunk chunk. You hear clack clack.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus!
I like I put over like a hand symbol up.
Okay. I will be writing my paper in the meantime.
Yeah. A person enters the room. Your best guess is that this is the woman you guys saw from a distance a while ago. Charna Wilk. She's wearing a dark navy blue suit. She is wearing, you know, wraparound sunglasses, short shoulder length hair, very straight, very black, pale skin, sharp features. You know, her suit is, like I said, a little out of date. She's got very clacky stiletto heels and big shoulders, jet black nails. Whisks off her sunglasses, tucks them in a pocket. You can see that she has very blue eyes. And Diamondstein kind of like hastily, you know, scrambles to get up and lean on his cane. She just gives a gesture and says, "Dunstan, I'm just checking in." He's like, "Oh, what about?" She's like, "Well, I hope you have realized that we have had some small security concerns in the mall lately." And we're just checking in to make everything. I have security doubled on our remaining anchor locations, and I just want to make sure everything is secure with you. We have unfortunately misplaced 3 items. Not a great concern. And he's like, "Oh, which which locations were you talking about?" And she's like, the incident has covered Norden. We will have to find new management for that location. The cinema seems mostly undisturbed, but is missing some things. And my partner with the Arboretum has unfortunately withdrawn. I just wanted to make sure that everything is good with you. Yes. You still have the item? Yes. Everything's fine, Miss Wilk. Now, there's no need to be so formal. And she just kind of leans in. He kind of jitters a little in the camera. She's like, very good. I am going to go speak with Mr. Hunter to make sure that the monolith is still in place. Of course, you need not worry about the final item in my scheme. But I just want to make sure everything is okay. And then she turns, and unfortunately, I rolled a 28 on her search.
That means
she looks directly at the bug.
Oh.
And that feed goes to static.
Oh, she doesn't even move to grab it. It's just gone, huh?
No. Yeah. You have a brief image of just piercing blue eyes staring right into the dead center and just...
That woman not normal.
Feed's dead.
I pull up my press badge and press ID, and I tear them into tiny pieces.
Fair enough.
I only gave a fake name. I didn't have anything.
I gotta go dye my hair again.
I don't think I should... Or wait, do I even give a fuck?
I mean,
I don't know. How do you feel about that lady? Is there any skills you want to apply to that particular interaction? I know it was a little cutscene.
I probably have it recorded.
No, that woman, I'm not going to say she's a stone cold killer, literally, but she's a fucking stone cold killer.
I think she's a wizard.
Okay, are we 100%
Benowitz, do you want to roll human on that interaction?
Yes,
does human have the ability to determine if someone is human?
Well, roll it.
That's a 52 out of 60.
Okay. Let me just check where that is in my notes.
Because she looked at it and it's like, I guess because I hit the bug, it'd be still minus 20 on it, but she still succeeded fine.
No, it's just straight up its search, but she has a search score which she passed.
I guess she was looking for it. Yeah, so that's fair.
Yeah, she was looking around because she was double checking the security of everybody and did notice the bug.
Well, good thing it's not directly tied to me.
No, but if you find a bug in one location...
Yeah. Well, at least...
And she said she's going to go check on Chet next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we do have... We have more than... We have a name. Whatever the anchor is, it's called the Monolith.
Which is still probably...
Which sounds linguistically similar to what you guys read in the notes as the mono-myth, but different. You don't know. Maybe they're like playing it up. They're occultizing it. They do keep drawing black rectangles, which I will give you for free. Does kind of sound like the monolith from 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Oh, Jesus Christ! If it starts singing Daisy, I'm leaving.
You need to be concerned if it's full of stars.
After this roll, I need to start looking at the plans of being how many points are there if there's an air vent to the server room.
There probably are some ventilations there, but I don't know if you can move through them.
Fair.
Yes, okay. I need you to roll sand now, buddy. That's what I was double checking.
Oh, wonderful. That's a 23. Okay. I passed. So is that like 1 or 1d?
Pass. That's cute. All right.
Is it still a d6?
Yeah.
Take 5.
Nope, that's a 6. That's max.
Oh, okay. I think I go temporarily insane.
Yeah, I gotta go dig up those rules. It's been a little while.
What was the scale on that? Like, is that 1d6/1d20?
That was 1d6/1d20.
Oh, that's a goo. Oh God.
No. That's
Not
Those are
a
like
goo,
1d20
but-
/ 1d100. But
No, that's
okay.
that's
That's
a bad
still-
thing.
you
That's
still
that's an entity.
So that happened when you did human, because you try to like analyze this person's
I went
behaviors,
from
facial
88
expressions.
to 82. Oh god, I'm gonna be okay. Is there
And I
a
have
rule
to
that-
go, like I said,
temporarily
dig up
insane
the-
chart.
Calm down,
the-
Axe. Fuck.
I have to dig up the rules. I need to get my page out. But basically, what happens here, and yes, this is for the unnatural, is you start to do like basic psychoanalysis, armchair psychoanalysis, like, okay, what are her verbal tics, whatever, and you just realize like this woman doesn't have normal verbal tics. Her body language is no body language. She, stands rigidly still unless she has to like lean in to speak closer, lean out.
She's
Her
like
voice is perfectly neutral at all times. Her expression when she stares into the camera is, completely flat, devoid of like malice or attention or anything. You just have this eerie sense that you have just seen something that wears a human face but is not human. And
then
in
it's
fact,
function-
I will give you plus a d6 in your unnatural, because
I
that
rolled
is
the
the
D6
rule for
roll
insane
it.
insight. And now I'll roll it.
Okay.
Oh, that went off the table. Okay, that's
mean,
a 3.
she-
That's perfectly average.
I'm now at 10.
So you get to pick your response: flee, struggle, or submit. Basically, flee is you, run away for a number of turns equal to your con, and just sprint away. Struggle is you lash out until it's destroyed. So basically, you will smash the laptop. Or submit, you just go catatonic for a little bit.
I think I'm just gonna stare at the static for a bit.
Yeah. Kara is right there. Kara, you think that Agent Benowitz is having a problem right now?
Kara just goes shit.
just
And
Kind of goes a little slack-faced and stares.
I think he-
I'm
I
gonna
think he was
I'm gonna
punctuated-
psychotherapy him with a slap.
Yeah, go for it.
I think that was punctuated by like literally she looked at the bug and it exploded.
Probably. It seemed to shut down violently.
I lost my dice. There they are.
On the plus side, if she just blew it up, that means she can't trace it.
Let me double check.
I'm honestly less worried about her finding it than Hunter finding it.
All right, 62 out of 70.
All right, you can after realizing after a couple of seconds you can get of it, you can like, hey, snap out of it, It's not 100% advised, but a sharp slap stimulus will work. You could also try to like, press on his thumb or something, like, pinch the little fleshy bit of his nail, like
Go
hey,
over
hey,
Brandon's
I will give him some
techniques.
sort of stimulus to snap him out of it.
Grounding techniques, stuff like that.
Yeah. Benowitz, your memory of like scrubbing the footage and stuff is a little blurry. But you, like I said, you gain 3 points of unnatural. You have the distinct impression that you, like I said, have just seen something, a lonely god, a fallen angel, a psychic manifestation, whatever,
A
something
demon?
that wears the face of a man but is not a man, and that was not good for you. You did not have a good
I
time.
imaged Benowitz just like, that lady that's not a person. And then I think he just kind of just stares off for a bit.
I'm assuming what you mean is that's not human.
You gonna be okay?
He'll be fine.
Yeah, you
He-
get over it.
He just has to parse the information and slowly rationalize. He'll probably be coming up with a bunch of wild theories of what it actually could be, and then compartmentalizing that.
I mean, at least her face isn't on.
So Heather, what
backwards.
happened? So what does it
great,
mean when you
more
reach 10
left.
unnatural?
Oh, 10 on the chart is, I think you start to, the way it phrases it is, you start to have a, like, decent grasp of it. Let me find, where is that sidebar?
Because I think that might be fitting,
Up it,
considering.
unnatural skill. Yeah, 10 to 19, a basic understanding of what's truly at stake. You now realize the existence of forces such as the Great Old Ones and their threat to humanity. So yeah, no, you have realized there are indeed forces beyond ye ken, and
Because-
they are out there, and their existence is inimical to us.
Because up to this point, we've only really dealt with, like, extra-dimensional beings and not, like, godly things.
I mean, if you really
what
think
are you
about it,
talking
last-
about? I've dealt with extra things several times just in this adventure.
What are you
Honestly-
talking about? Killed
Well,
us.
I meant
we
for
killed a
me.
dimensional shambler.
like I said,
But-
listen, we've only dealt with extra-dimensional creatures, not, like, god things.
To be fair, a lot of the ones we've dealt with, or at least
We did deal with the
I'm-
god thing. We fucking met the concept of death.
I'm the new guy, so
Well, you
I
didn't
don't
really
remember.
meet that
We
one.
felt it- well, we meant,
You
like, the
acknowledge
telephone.
that it's there.
Yes.
Yeah.
True.
I'll say this. This is the first time the weird shit we're investigating, at least that I've seen, is wearing a human face and has an identity.
Yeah.
That is different.
No. You get the distinct impression that one of the things that this thing can do is appear like completely human if it wants. You don't know if it's that it's. In fact, Benowitz, just to play into this a little, Benowitz, you're probably convinced that's not its true face. There's got to have a real face under there.
It doesn't have a past because there was no past.
Was her face on backwards?
No.
No,
Okay.
it's that face is just pretend. It's an identity. She's wearing an identity like a shell conceptually. I can't explain it.
It's a doll.
No, I mean, like, did her eyes... Never mind. I don't know how to get into it.
No, just think of her as a doll.
Yeah, Joe.
Someone is just moving her parts like one thinks that they should.
I mean, less creepy than some of the shit I've seen, but definitely weird.
I mean, honestly, it's not too much weirder than anything else here. We've had talking frogs, ladies in the woods. Just par for the course.
Yeah.
Par for the course.
At least this one didn't need a kid.
Ladies. Taser mark.
I feel like there's a good punctuation here.
I'm gonna drink some water.
I mean, that's a great part to stop if we want to, but we have only been going 3 hours.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys want to stop for a planification. I do want to bring up though. I think this is an appropriate time for Kara, especially to hear that little cat scratchy noise again. Scrape, scrape, scrapey, scratch, scrape.
Yep, Kara's going
He's
to
going to be
put
trying
down
to
her
milk.
thing, and she's gonna pull out the silver bullet.
Underneath,
what are you doing?
there are 2 names added. Chet Hunter's name now appears.
Mm-hmm.
And under that, it just says the Noonday Demon.
Did you say that to me?
No, Kara doesn't say that. She's just gonna start laughing.
Why are you looking at Kara? I'm gonna need you to put the gun down.
Kara puts the gun away and just be all like,
What did
Professor Mormo, would you be so kind to look something up for me?
Sure.
Can you find out anything about the Noonday Demon?
Clarification, handler.
Yeah.
Is that the same one I was looking up before?
No, not
It's
quite.
not the Noonday
What's your
Witch?
cult?
85.
So, no, this is actually similar but different. The phrase Noonday Demon
Okay.
actually goes back to certain translations of the Bible.
Oh no.
So, the Noonday Demon, like I said, the translation, it depends on which where, but it's like, the demon that walks at noonday. In medieval demonology, the phrase Demondium Meridium, literally the demon of noonday,
No.
is a personification, a demon who strikes monks at noon, filling them with listlessness,
Depression.
apathy, whatever. Like the sense that they cannot perform their normal duties.
Oh my god.
Also, in our modern terms, if you look up the name the Noonday Demon, you will find a book. The phrase Noonday Demon is also used as a metaphor for depression
Yeah,
in
it's
modern
depression.
psychology.
It's
Yeah.
literally
it's apathy.
I didn't connect it, but it's the Goya demon, right? The painting by Goya.
Yes, I believe
I own
there's
that
one like
book.
that. Yeah, no, yes,
Is-
that's
yeah.
if you own the book, yes, there's a lot of research in
It's,
that.
I just
the
imagine
Noonday Demon and
thinking
Atlas
about
of
it, and then
Depression.
I imagine Mormo thinking about it, Googling it, and then his mind he just stops and just has a moment where his eyes widen and is like, wait, oh
That's
fuck, wait, what the fuck?
bad.
So,
And I will regurgitate what I
yes,
know of this is a old this is a this
Old
makes
Testament.
way more sense. This is a very traditional demon. This isn't as weird as it is to say this is a classical demon of Catholic mythology that is said to strike those with sloth.
Like those that.
Hang on, I
waste
need
their
a
time in
moment.
mall.
Kara is gonna turn back to Garza and be like, "See, the devil does exist."
He said it was a demon, not a devil.
That's a very Garza response.
Garza says it in a really dry, humorless voice.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, to remind everybody, since we've keyed in a little to what's going on here, I would like to remind you of something I brought up earlier. But the root word for demon in English comes from the Greek daemon, which means personification. And you guys have also heard the phrase ergia, ignavia, which is a personification, the goddess, the daemon of inactivity, sloth.
Arcadia. Yeah.
Like there's you're not exactly sure what this thing actually is in like unnatural terms, like in the real, but she seems to be a through line of demons or supernatural forces who embody some kind of sloth, depression,
this is like
inactivity.
No, because in the real world, this is like one of the earliest recorded instances of what modern psychologists consider to be the diagnosing people of depression. Yes, they blamed it on demons, but this was literally like, if you read the symptoms, some of the monks are writing about it's like not wanting to get out of bed, inactivity, restlessness.
Doctor, does that kind of explain what's happening to the actual customers that go into the
I was thinking about that. Is it something that's feeding off apathy and depression?
No, it's feeding off energy to generate apathy, is what I would more guess. It causes apathy, not feeds off of it.
Yeah, it's
And if we're taking this as a real thing, I would say, when I said the mall was a battery, I was joking.
No.
I need to stop joking.
We all need to stop something.
Yeah, Joker.
But he's not a midnight toker.
No.
Though you might need some midnight token after this.
Honestly, yeah.
I think like Benowitz would be like, okay, I need to actually have a drink for one.
I mean, we could go to Bong Saga and ask for some of the good stuff.
He did offer to get you some shit from the back.
Yeah.
Maybe,
but you don't.
Also,
I mean, do you want to talk to him? You know that he works for the scary demon lady now.
That's his boss. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know if he works for her or he's subservient.
I mean, hey,
it's true.
No, actually, as a servant, that makes sense. What is not to be anti-drug or anything, but one of the symptoms of smoking marijuana is apathy and inactivity.
I mean,
hunger.
Bong Sagwa, he might be a ceramic frog, but he can be talked to, and he probably can be reasoned with. He could be if you want to entertain the thought and maybe get a new information source, maybe about his scary noonday demon lady boss. You could try and press him.
Well, that answers my question, though.
Oh, though also, and I do want to point out in that conversation, it's funny that it worked this out because you guys, I rolled luck to see if she would happen to stop by the office right away. But while you were in the middle of discussing the matter of the contract, I would like to point everybody, we got a little distracted, but in that conversation, she did explicitly ask Diamondstein about the thing, and then he's like, I still have the contract, it's secure.
Oh, he says contract?
Did he actually say the contract?
Yes, he brought it up.
Okay.
Wait, no, he's made a contract with a demon. That's a different...
Yeah. To be fair, I didn't think she was literally a demon. So
I thought she was more like an avatar of like a high priest kind of thing.
I thought she was a cultist.
No. I can tell you guys. Some of you got enough unnatural. No. You are now pretty convinced. Charna Wilk, the Demonium Meridium, is the thing. The mall is her temple, and the people you've been running into, those the employees and the shop runners, those guys are the cult scheme. The pyramid scheme goes to her.
Oh,
and
wow.
She slurp the juice.
I love how this literally fits together like a puzzle, and it's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, it's designed to be some breadcrumbs, but this was a little happenstance, but I like the idea of you setting up, and you guys have popped 3 anchors already, which is when, as you guys have noticed, things get weirder as you pop more anchors. this is supposed to be kind of a point where you already saw her come down. She's doing check-ins. Well, you bugged his office, so
We now have Mr.
Right.
X.
there.
We have to worry about a patroller.
Right, this is like the 2 or 3 stars in GTA.
You know,
Every
we
anchor's
should-
another star.
So,
Should we put this in the report, or should we wait till we have the results?
No,
I
we need to
mean-
put it in the report. They need to know what the threat is in case.
yeah,
you know,
they need to, in case we become. Wait, they're not in the room, are they?
As we become enveloped, yeah.
I was going to
Become
say unless we become
compromised.
the what was the first team's name again?
Lilium.
Yeah, unless we could become Lilium 2,
I mean,
they
only
need
half
to
of them died.
have more to work with.
Yeah.
Or I guess only one of them made a mistake, and then
prefer not to be.
I mean,
stone, but
or
They-
made a
They
rush
did the
choice.
thing
Wait,
that you
always
guys
good to have
kind of did
backup.
not do. They stumbled into the mall directly. They did not follow the buddy system. They split up and tried to grasp this. And you guys can now tell they didn't realize, oh, no, the whole mall is a problem. The entire thing is a problem top to bottom.
I have a problem now.
Well, hang on,
that
Axe,
it's
Axe,
maybe
hang on.
problem-
Axe,
sorry.
stop. Aaron, you said something earlier and I wasn't able to hear it. What was it?
Garza said, "Well, I don't like being a stepping stone," referring to like Lilium was the first stepping stone, we'd be the second one, and then maybe the third team will actually finish it.
No,
I'm-
I understand. I just prefer to approach things with pessimism so that I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah,
I mean, well, I mean, if we all go in there, we all die. Guess what? We are just a stepping stone.
Yeah.
I guess.
I just
Honestly,
think it's
the
good to
weirdest
let people
thing.
know. Well,
That's
It's
why
the hand
It's
works.
like survival
Right.
survival rates with direct confrontations with something like, she's just gonna jab a finger at the screen is low.
You just have the screen cap of her eyes staring into the camera.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
low. It's very low.
I'm suddenly
Some
a
people
lot less
prefer
afraid
get
of-
their 9mm retirement plan before going into since get to that.
I'm going to be honest. I'm less afraid of what's his name now, the captain.
Ian.
Because I had a theory that he was the representative of the unnaturalness that
Like he was
was
the
here.
Avatar.
I mean,
not like the Avatar, but I thought this was a cult, and he was like, "I'm the muscle to make sure you get this done."
Oh no, I think he's the
But
head
now that
cultist.
that's not the case, I think he's just a dude.
No,
Which
I don't
makes
think he's
me
just a
less-
dude. He walks and
Yeah.
talks with Charna, with
Well,
Ms. Wilk.
let me rephrase that. Not just a dude. I mean, he's human. I think.
Yeah, I think he's just top of the cult.
Should we human him? We should human him.
We'll have to fight another.
Well, that
next
means we
time.
have to talk to him, or
Oh.
get
Yeah.
cameras on him.
I don't like talking
so
with him. He's icky.
Charna mentioned that she was gonna go see
chat.
Chet. Does anything come up on the feeds we got?
Yeah, probably. If you're watching, you will probably see her just power walk through the cube farm.
Actually, there's also another thing. We also need to think about.
Axe, let
If-
Omega finish the
Sorry.
that part before you start speculating. Fuck.
Damn, I'm good. That's a 40 out of 40. My dice are with the creepy demon woman.
Did you get
She
both of them?
walks into the office. She glances around once again, immediately notices where the bug was hid, and just
Hey, static.
Did she get both of
now
them?
she
or
doesn't
just
get the
the
cube
camera?
farm bug because she didn't stop to look. But
Did she get both of them or just the camera?
they're taped together, so they both go.
Oh, okay.
But I rolled a 40 out of 40 on her search. I'm good.
Damn,
Well,
I tried.
I'll look over to Garza and Holland. Y'all need to borrow hair dye. I have some extra.
What hair?
Yeah, no.
Ah.
True, Garza already
Fair.
did shave what little hair he had left.
Fair. I have funny hats.
I reach into my travel pack, pull out a beanie, and put it on.
Holland just pulls out a cap and put it on.
This guy's complete. Who is this man?
I mean, or 47 can.
You
do
just
it.
you
Why
just
not
put on your Ed Zombie Survival Supplies ball cap.
And then
bought
put
earlier.
on a different pair of sunglasses. See?
Well,
Well,
I'm gonna go
okay.
get ready for my interview with Chet.
Good luck.
I'm gonna
Listen.
go send this to
Listen.
a.
We are in heightened security. It will not go down, not in the foreseeable future.
Okay. I was thinking about if I was thinking the other thing of, does Diamond have it in his office, or is it at home?
No, it's not in the office. We know that.
Maybe it's in his house.
You guys were all over his office. You didn't get the
It's
sense of
either
anything.
in Meridian. It's either in Meridian's office or his home.
Well, he said he had it, so it's on his home.
Well, from what we understand, the anchors have to remain
In the mall.
In the mall.
Nope.
Then we're already...
You don't.
No?
That is not actually
right, that's
stated.
not
They have
true.
to exist in this plane.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
They are physical items. They do not necessarily have to be in the mall.
Actually,
you
then
can
maybe...
estimate. Kara would especially know this. You know that hypergeometry gets more complex the more spatial distance there is. It's probably in town because mechanically this adventure would be fucking impossible if she just
Put it
did
across
the
globe.
actual Russian lich thing and buried it on an island in the middle of nowhere.
In a tiny egg, yeah.
But they won't be good if they're far away, but I am fairly certain, and hopefully I never
It's not that
explicitly
far
said
away.
they have to be in the mall. They just have to be physical objects in
Then it might
our dimension.
actually,
I
it might
would
actually be in his home then.
assume-
Or
I would
in his
assume it
security
is either at Meridian offices or his house because those are the two locations that make sense.
No, clearly it's at the McDonald's.
That is.
I would.
You say that as a joke, but that is a possibility.
No,
Those
I'm not
people are
joking.
fucking
The
weird.
McDonald's there guys were weird.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
Yeah,
everyone
dude,
in this
I
is
am.
fucking weird because they're the presence of a fucking demon that
no, the
pushes
but like
Elizabeth
they
out.
were weird. Like the idiot biker gang is just.
Oh, you mean
normal
like the
weird.
people in like? Oh, you mean like
I
weird?
mean the people of the McDonald's who were doing the side of the cross of the shape of an M.
Okay, were they like the people in Distributely right now in the office looking as he points at the feed?
Yeah,
Not
Wait, should
quite.
we- I
not
would
like that
like-
bad, but definitely.
The-
No, I don't
But they were definitely a little weird. You could go back to, as Loth would say, Makas and interview them. But I guess the question is, do you guys want to just, because like I said, we're at about 3:20 now.
No,
I
think
kind of
this
want
is
to
a good
case
wanna
his
get
ass
through
house.
the-
This is a good place to stop. I
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
so-
this is a good
I'm up
topic.
for either, but yeah.
Next time, then our coordinated attack on Distributely. It sounds like.
And then possibly investigating Diamondstein's house.
I would
Yeah.
and I would say like he didn't give you, but he told you the neighborhood. You guys could figure out where his house address is.
Yeah.
It's probably one of the fancier ones. Also, you can always
Um,
ask around.
Yeah.
I
The
also-
main thing is if you file this report, and Kara may want to wait a little bit because you did notice there that your target does appear to be more juiced up in the noon area. She comes and goes at noon usually. So maybe
I'm
wait
gonna
till
wait
a
till
little
it's
later
not
in the
that
evening.
time of the day.
We already established what's his face. Chet Hunter doesn't go home. So
Yep.
Yeah.
you could wait till after dark and see if she fucks off. But if Mormo mentioned he wanted to fill in the program, so
oh no, wait, that establishes something else that I didn't realize.
What?
She didn't leave on the helicopter.
No, just Norton's lady did.
no, she
well-
did get in the helicopter and left.
Yeah, she did.
You guys
Oh,
weren't
I-
watching the roof, so she may have arrived
Oh,
by
yeah.
helicopter.
Gotcha.
Like I said, she.
But also, she's a demon, so she could literally just teleport.
I don't. Possibly. I'm not gonna assume what a demon can and cannot do.
I'm
a
going to
little-
tell you right now, even if you guys succeed on the natural rolls, you probably won't be able to figure out all the shit he can do because you don't know enough about what this thing is.
No, I am
We have
slightly.
to
I am
contact
slightly
him.
mad that Dallas yelling about demons did turn out right, though. I'm just saying that.
I
right
know,
now.
it's so funny. I love it.
I feel like he was more saying like brimstone demons and not like demons pre-class.
I mean, no,
Fine.
he's that is like this is a
No, that's the
classical
thing.
demon.
This is a classical
Cal-
I was saying it as a joke,
This is
but
yeah.
an old
this is
style
a-
demon, and Mormo's old, so it goes hand in hand.
This
This
one
is
of
a
the
Dominic
passages that
Gas,
they
yes.
translate as the demon at mid-noon is actually like there is a source for that translation in like the Dead Sea Scrolls. Like
Yeah.
this shit's
No,
old.
I imaged the bit. I don't know why if this is a show, there'd be like a bit of someone saying like, "It's amazing how once we know that,
Yeah.
it's like it was hidden in fucking plain sight."
Noonday Demon is in the Kabbalah. It's in like a lot of old texts. It's
So Mormo, you wanted to also, you said earlier we should include in the organization, the program. Are you going to take that direct? I know you were going to file your newspaper report as well, but
yeah. I was going to take them directly and I will. How far away was the building that we met up with?
what the
That
command
was like
center?
a 4 or 5 hour drive.
No, it's like a two.
But
But
it's all the way
it's-
back in Cleveland.
If it's 2 hours, I will actually physically go there.
Okay.
Why?
And we want to go with him as a.
Because I do not feel comfortable saying any of this over anything.
I was gonna send part of the encrypted email report of the daily.
Well, no, it's fine. Sometimes things are ears only.
I mean,
And honestly,
Yeah.
after about learning like something like that, maybe you just need to go drive for a couple hours.
That also is part of it.
actually, yeah, I'm
I'm
fine
not
driving
gonna
for
lie.
that, actually. If you're okay.
Do all of you want to party back to
No.
Cleveland? Or
Actually,
Like I said,
No,
because
no,
I would like to
no,
avoid
that's bad.
because I would like to avoid questions to why I knew that name.
Yeah, no. I'm going.
And
to...
I will lean to Mormo and ask him to very politely not mention that.
We're going to say that
I
we
will
double
I
check the name
will
of ancient Kabbalic
nod
tests. Found
and. Well, no, because here's the thing. I can easily pass it off as I just put enough clues together. Because if
Iridium,
looking in hindsight,
Noonday.
the clues were all over.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of the goddesses were related to the noontime. It's the high noon mall.
Yeah.
The goddess in the second store was the goddess of listlessness and laziness. Like, I'll just say we figured it out.
I
We'll just pretend to be smarter than we are. It's fine.
We just, yeah. Garza, Holland, if you can, go size up Diamondstein's house.
All right.
if you guys want to split on that, we can talk about that later because I think we're
I
winding
would
down.
rather-
But Mormo drives back to Cleveland.
I was thinking going with him, but yeah, I probably don't need to.
And
I mean, if you wanna
demons
put-
jump out of the woods and beat me up.
I mean,
no,
if you want to get more surveillance equipment, that would be the place to go get it.
no, I have
Yeah,
enough
I
room
as well,
for,
because I might actually need some wiretaps. We need to be
All right, strap in.
Overt.
Man.
Yeah. All right, you Nume back.
Motorcycle.
So yeah,
running.
you go through the security screening process and everything. Agent Green is there. Lighting up as usual. Kind of looks over you guys.
All right.
So, how is the operation going?
Better than expected, but we've
We
hit
made-
enough. We've hit a tidbit of information that I felt best delivered in person.
Sometimes it is better to be ears only as opposed to eyes only. What have you got for me?
We have an identity on the entity involved. The lack of detail on Charnowuk's background makes sense. She isn't human.
He kind of slight grimace, kind of like, one of these cases.
best
face, like,
best approximation. Classical Judeo-Christian belief would refer to her as the noonday demon, a demon that feeds on energy and induces apathy, listlessness, depression in its victims. She's using them all as some sort of smoothie, battery,
temple catalyst.
food source.
We can spare the details. You've told me enough. Our experiences in the program don't always conform to Judeo-Christian norms, shall we say, but certainly something like that, a predator, a parasite, whatever you want to call it, is not unheard of. This particular pattern structure isn't something I've personally seen, but I will pass this on the line to ops and research, and we'll go back to the records and see if this matches anything. We can quietly crunch on this one. I'll also let our intelligence analysts know that they can stop milling on Charnowuk and Meridian if that's literally just the construct of the enemy.
Demon Meridian.
Yeah, they seem to be very adept at hiding in plain sight.
Well, I guess it's funny. That's all it takes in our society these days. Just keep making shell companies, and you can keep hiding. Turn over a new hat, we find a new company. You'd never think that at the bottom is Satan.
Especially if you don't
Long
have
drag.
a birth certificate or a name or whatever.
I mean,
One
she
day
did,
I'm gonna get Garza
but-
to admit there's the fucking devil.
I mean, you guys don't know. With me, I already told you I want to make you fight Dracula. So
I mean, I don't think there's a singular devil. I think there's multiple devils.
Well, no, it's a
Diamond
devil as a
Steve-
concept. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying, but
Diamondstein is
Technically, Garza does come from a Christian background, so
if Garza wants to pull out his pocket Bible, he could probably find the passage that does actually refer to, fear not the demons that walk at midday and etc.
yeah, he kind of left that behind when he.
That's fair. That's
No,
fair.
it's this isn't what any of us I think
Yeah,
expected.
but well, and Green literally said that. He's like, usually they don't play to the tropes so hard, but
So usually the entities are not quite so.
Usually
into
it
the
has
classics.
Usually it has 5 different facsimiles it possesses at once. Usually,
this one's a bit of a theater major.
But who knows? We'll work on the problem.
I'll
So
also
I
keep
think that
apprised
clarifies that.
Diamondstein is likely complicit, although intentionally, I do not believe he
was
knew
aware.
what he was getting into. But he is aware.
So we're talking about motive. You don't think this is what's the legal term? Malice aforethought?
No, this was not malice aforethought. This was predator on an extra predator preying on desperation.
Very strongly like certain unnatural entities.
Yeah.
You think you're doing good working with these powers, these forces, and you are not. You are.
This is a man who is
very
genuine and desperate, but that at the same time makes him more dangerous because we have every reason to believe he is fully aware of the situation now.
All right. Well, for that issue, you say you want to investigate his house. If you want to perhaps make an arrest, you've probably got enough to work with there. We have a team of security with Agent Vermilion. We can get you cover of an FBI SWAT team to bag and tag him if you want to raid his place, or you may continue to try and operate subtly. Already, I'm going to confer with the board of directors. We've already got a backup plan in place with the National Guard, but obviously we would like to keep things subtle.
I think we would wish
Norwegian,
to remain
if you know
covert.
What I mean.
Currently, the entity seems to be. I'll keep him abreast of the progress in as far as the angers go. Like
right.
2 down,
3 down,
or 3 down, 3 to go.
Yeah. We know where 2 is.
The entities have become aware of someone operating against them, so we don't want to. I don't want to overplay our hand and see if we can take this item out covertly.
All right. Well, you know how to call us. Is there any supplies or anything you need right now? Obviously, the program's funding budgets are not unlimited, but we are very clearly in a high-risk operation here.
Would it be too glib to ask for some holy water?
Well, Professor, I don't... Actually, no, you're Dr. Mormo. He's like, Doctor, I don't know if that'll work, but if it'll make you feel better, I'm sure there's a Catholic diocese in this town. We can get you some holy water before we go. Just in case.
Honestly, I think I'm fine, but I just wanted to make sure that the organization was aware of all of this information.
Yes, we'll be preparing backup measures. Obviously, our greatest conventional field assets are you, the agents, who get to the bottom of these things, but if we need an unsubtler hand, we can act. I would like to let you know, we would really prefer not to have to arrange a gas leak in the mall or something like that. So
I understand.
Anything you need from us to make sure that this can stay subtle and off the evening news, we will try to accomplish for you. And
we cannot guarantee what will happen when the anchors are taken care of, but we will limit we will make this as subtle as possible.
He kind of takes a long drag when you say it, and he's like, well, that's about as best we can do. We don't know what'll happen either, but I don't think the program can really blame you for any of those results. We would like this issue gone. This is
considering some attempts at surveillance has been breached. I need to up its quality. So if you have, I guess, micro cameras and wiretaps on hand, it might be more.
Yeah, sure. Let's see. Let's see how we do. What you got there?
I mean, if you needed cameras, I could have provided those to you, but whatever.
I mean, you want me to scrap them to use them for parts?
Yeah, also there's 3 names on the Silverwood currently. It still says Ian Worthington. It now also says Chet Hunter and Noonday Demon.
That's right, Chet Hunter. That's
you want to shoot? All those people are worth shooting.
Well, as loath as I am to say it, I don't know how much we actually need to shoot Chet.
I might just shoot Chet on principle.
Probably in the
I know.
I mean, he's a human, so if you hit him, you're probably going to do him in because it's a crit. with your
Like-
giant fuck off bullets.
Yes.
And I also don't know how. Like, oh wait, no, yeah, you got your gun from a cat
Could
god. Never
pistol
mind,
whip
you're
him.
fine.
The what?
I was like, you got your gun from a cat god. I forgot. Never mind.
Yes.
You could-
Yeah,
pistol whip
it
him.
was explicitly related in the properties. It will affect targets that can only be hurt by hypergeometry. The gun is hypergeometric. You just have
Yeah,
to make sure you use the special bullets.
Yeah.
And this gun is getting angry that I'm not shooting people with it.
You might want to make
so-
more special bullets
it's
because you might need more than
agitated.
6 to kill.
What was that, Omega?
A little bit. Let's get a little agita.
Hey, I mean, you can always play the Gun of Meatloaf song. It'll explain the situation great. Because 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
But yeah, basically,
you're
yeah,
on-
I checked for him. Yeah, Agent Green is just like, snaps a gloved finger. A security guy comes out with a fucking banker box, hands it to. Actually, no, it will be a clear plastic tub. Hands it
Yeah,
to
that's what I thought. It's like a Tupperware case.
to Benowitz, and just you open it up. There's just a couple of wiretaps in there, some actual button dot cameras, body mics, that kind of stuff. A fairly respectable surveillance kit. Green, takes another drag of his cigarette and says, "Do not let a federal judge catch you with those. You do not have a warrant for those items. But as we know, we must waive certain things for the sake of expediency."
I think I'll be fine. The last ones that were found got exploded by a demon.
Ah, a classic problem. Make sure you report that one to IT.
I will say, actually, I do have one more thing. I would like for you to attempt to apply any ability we have to get this published as a freelance article as part of my cover identity, so as to throw suspicion off of my personages in regards to being found out.
All right, we'll have to have intelligence double check it to make sure nothing actionable slipped in, but I'm sure it's fine. We can continue to support your legend. That's pretty typical.
Yeah. It's a very boring article about the building of the mall and the need to support Middle America. There's nothing sensitive inside.
All right. We'll have our intelligence boys, they're experts with the computers. We'll have them pass it along to the right inbox with this
Thank you very
newspaper and make sure all your credentials are up to date. Perhaps we can have somebody analyze the style and have an AI write some backdated articles for you in this vein.
Sounds good.
Jimin, it's a pleasure working with you as always. Remember,
Good working with you.
you're here for the people of the
this done.
country.
I'm going to a country club after this.
Kara's probably just gonna go get on a lake, get on a boat, and just ignore everyone for like a month.
I feel like I'm the opposite. I'm going to have dinner with my daughter.
Fun fact, I do believe double checking the
Actually-
home actions. I think Return to Nature does the same amount of sand gain as going to therapy and lying about it. So
That
Well,
reminds me, I
I
need to
might-
refer everyone if they want to do therapy just to do it through me.
I might do video therapy with you a bunch, but I might also just actually go play, I guess,
just-
play video games with my daughter and probably go read books
here's
with
the
my mom.
thing. I already do. I feel like I know there's no way to do this in actual game mechanics, but narratively wise, I feel like going to nature will have no sand effect on me because that's my job and where I found all the weird shit.
yeah, spending time in isolation and meditation is your normal state. That's
Yeah.
fair.
I feel like I'm
All
much
right.
more of a Bonds guy.
Yeah, we're getting 2 home actions this time, right? Because we're doing
Yes,
more.
because this is basically a mini campaign at this point, and it's very long index. And like I said, I want to roll us to a new season. Basically, we're gonna go from early spring to early summer for the next one. But yeah, if you have no further questions for Green, he'll actually clasp your hands this time, which is a vast show of emotion for your case officer.
We've made progress.
I will
We've made a lot of
actually
progress.
somewhat return that because, for one, all the petty bureaucracy things aside, this is real. To quote unquote, this is real shit.
Yeah, this is the real work. Agent Green wants you to succeed because otherwise, what he's going to have to do is, like I said, he's going to have to
To
get
bomb.
a
Fire
Predator
the
drone to
mall.
drop a cruise missile on this mall and pretend it was a gas leak.
Yeah, no, this is very
Or
bad.
or they're gonna have to see if the holy water works, and they're gonna have to call a hit on Charna Wilk.
This is
Which part
this
am I-
went from possibly what I thought of a mall run by cultists to no, this is just a demon.
Oh no,
mall.
their god is there.
Yeah, no,
already.
no. This is the demon mall.
Yeah, no, I can't
No
believe I
mall,
was
you are
right.
the demons. But yeah, I think we'll wrap up for here. That's a good.
I think as we drive off is where we cut it. Yeah.
You guys drive back to base. Everybody thinks about stuff. Kara takes some time to click her cylinders, look at her shiny names.
Because I'm in a funny
Yeah, no,
mood.
she's loaded. I don't remember if I loaded up, but she makes sure she has her 6 silver bullets.
I do believe last time you switched back to the normal, so yeah,
Yeah.
you can swap again and just be like, I'm ready.
I'll whisper to the gun and just stroke the barrel. Soon, don't worry.
Because I'm in a glib mood. On our way back, we're going to be listening to Highway to Hell.
Perfect.
You have good timing, Mormo.
So, but no,
But,
I'm,
like-
if I might have to shoot this fucker. So I'm definitely gonna have some sort of jacket over this dress to hide.
I
my
feel like you
revolver.
could pistol whip Chet, but the other
Nah, he's gonna get shot. The gun
Okay.
desires this.
Yeah.
And if
I'm not.
I mean, I'm gonna
that
be real.
sad.
That's a pretty ballsy way to take him out. Is just walk into his office, draw your gun, and let him have it.
I mean,
You're gonna risk some sand for that one, but
well, no, I'm gonna talk to him first and see if he is actually if he's just fucking crazy obsessed with the thing, or if something else has happened. If something else is
he
happening, he's getting shot. If not,
Is he a dumbass or is he?
you need to filter. You need to apply the Dunson Diamondstein test. Is this
Yeah,
guy
'cause-
just
Yes.
a well-intentioned doofus who handshakes demons, or
Yeah.
is he, slurping on that occult juice?
I just noticed the dumb thing of he got an angel investor. That's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah,
a fallen
I-
angel investor.
yeah.
No, listen, guys. Like I said, I
Wait
was
a
not-
minute. Wait. I just thought of something weird. He's all
What's
about efficiency. Isn't that the exact opposite?
Yes,
Actually, yes, but it also his service provides apathy for others.
but also
True.
Well, I
remember,
would like to remind you that there is a mystery aspect to this. His employees, at least in their memos, venerate this system that does this work that they don't understand. They just push buttons and stuff happens.
It does it all for them, so they just
Well,
That seems
It's
very
not
monkey brain.
quite a 1-to-1, but it's not dissimilar either.
remember she's taking the energy from other people.
Actually-
Maybe she's using some of that to
think about it. When something is so efficient, you don't have to put any work into it at all.
That's also true.
But yeah, we'll crack the old.
I mean, I'll be real. I was expecting something like out cosmic and not on Earth in a weird way, but fuck.
Well,
I
you
mean-
still don't know exactly how this
Well,
thing works.
Here's
you
the
know?
thing: a lot of the one thing I
Anyway,
like
don't forget to
about
like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna cut the
Oh,
recording
yeah,
now.
thank
sorry.
you, bye.
I turned it off too. Goodbye.
one thing I like